tonight as the Icemen are hosting the Solar Bears. Third meeting between these two teams this season. They have each won on home ice, Jacksonville winning by a score of 6-2 back on October the 19th. Orlando winning a morning game in Orlando 7-4 on November the 6th. Starting in goal tonight for the Icemen, his home debut, welcome Ken Appleby to the Jacksonville Icemen. He played 3 of the 4 games on the road, 0-3 record, but that does not tell the statistics for him. Save percentage of 92.9%, goals against average only 2.75. He was fantastic in those 3 games, just didn't get the offense to support him, and that's why we stand at 0-3. The Icemen lost a ton of players to the American Hockey League during the course of that 4-game road trip. I know at one time, this is courtesy of Sarah Rui, the communications director for the Icemen, 8 Icemen players called up to the American Hockey League in an 8-day stretch. Hard to have continuity and your best out there when you have that happening. It's great for the players, but from a team perspective, it does make it much more challenging without question. And starting tonight in goal for Orlando is going to be Marty Ouellette wearing the number 51. Appleby, by the way, number 35 for the Icemen. Ouellette this year, 6-3-1, goals against average 3.38, save percentage of 89.9%. Your referee tonight, Stephen Ruillard, linesmen Cole Rui and Randy Dengler. Chris Newbury getting ready for the opening faceoff against Mitch Holtz, and it is Newbury winning it back for Kyle Shapiro. We're underway here in downtown Jacksonville as the Icemen bring it into the Orlando zone. Fowley on it first, plays it off the end boards for Newbury, tries to work it to the blue line, goes off a stick there. Fowley looking to hold it in, can't do it. Peterson slides away from him, works it through center ice. Peterson tries to play it behind the Jacksonville net. He does, and the Icemen are on the puck first. Shapiro up the right side, moves it to the neutral zone. Holtz in control there for Orlando. His pass intended for Taylor Thompson, broken up by the Icemen and cleared in by Jake Randolph. Randolph will immediately head to the bench for a line change as the Solar Bears skate through center ice. Broken up in the neutral zone. Nice work by Max Fortier. He'll forehand into the right of Ouellette. Rabbit gives chase. Manfredo on his backhand with Fortier creating a centering pass in front. Rabbit redirected it wide. Detzel got the centering pass away. Dejan Mingo holds it in. He's behind the Orlando net, all the way to the right wing corner. Behind the net for Rabbit and then for Fortier. Back for Rabbit again. Looks to center. Fortier with a turnaround shot and a save is made. Rebound cleared away by the Solar Bears. And with speed coming up the right side is Tamala. Yanni Tamala moves it into the corner. Detzel double team. Tamala picks it up there. Centering pass and a shot towards goal goes wide of the net from Brady Shaw. Held in by Sosanoff. And the Icemen finally get to the loose puck behind their own net. Still looking for our first whistle of the game as Mingo takes a hit, plays it off the end boards for Detzel, bouncing puck for him. He's taken off the puck by an Orlando player, centering pass picked off and cleared away into the corner by Jacksonville. Not out yet, rolling at the blue line. Now it's Max Fortier with a steal and clear out to the Orlando line. Miles McGurty slamming it in around the boards. Appleby cannot stop it behind the net. Kalk first on it for Orlando. Circles the back of the net, looks to center, it is deflected. Centering feed again and a save by Appleby. He will cover it up. And there is our first whistle exactly 2 minutes into the contest. And well after the whistle, a Solar Bear player got knocked down on the play. That was Chris LeBlanc. No pushing or shoving. May have just been tripped up inadvertently there, and the draw comes to Appleby's left. Pretty fast-paced start. I know that's something that the Icemen wanted. Push the pace. Get out to a hot start. Playing with the lead would certainly be helpful. And now we've got an Icemen player going into the penalty box here. Garrett Hunt is in the penalty box, and it's going to be a power play for the Solar Bears. Perhaps it was Hunt that took LeBlanc down. So the Solar Bears go to the power play. They're 24th in the league on the power play, just 13.1%. Jacksonville's penalty killing, 10th overall in the league, 84.8%. The Icemen have also scored 7 shorthanded goals, but down a man early on in this contest. Icemen do win the faceoff and clear at the length of the ice there. It was roughing against Garrett Hunt for the minor penalty, and the Solar Bears have it deep in their own zone. Penalty killing for Jacksonville, Cam Critchlow with Colton Veloso, as Donahue plays it to the right for Shaw. Shaw forehands into the zone. Comes around the wall for Holtz. Reversing it the other side. Trey Phillips couldn't clear it away, held in at the right point by Tamala. Poke check by Veloso. He does work it over the blue line. Excellent work there by Colton Veloso as the Solar Bears have to track it down in the neutral zone. And a steal here from Jacksonville. Short-handed, it's Fowley. With speed, he may break in. On his backhand to the forehand. Save made by Willett. Great opportunity by Fowley, who accelerated right past Holtz and got an opportunity on goal. Denied by Marty Willett. Just told you about Jacksonville scoring 7 short-handed goals. They very nearly had another one. Shapiro with a big hit on the play at center ice. Couple of players slow to get up for Orlando, but the Solar Bears do work it into the zone. Comes around the boards all the way to the blue line. Manfredo gives it up. Shapiro plays it ahead for Newbury. 2-on-1, Newbury and Shapiro. Newbury, flip pass for Shapiro. Forehand, and a save is made by Willett. And a penalty coming to Orlando for slashing as Kyle Shapiro is bidding for his first goal of the year. You wouldn't know who has the power play there as the Icemen had a breakaway and a 2-on-1. And it's Shane Bourne who gets called for the penalty, and he is furious with the call from Stephen Ruillard. It's 4-on-4 for the next 44 seconds. And what a pass that was from Newbury to Shapiro. Great sauce on that pass. Flipped it in the air perfectly, landed right on the tape of Shapiro, who tried to go 5-hole on Willett. Willett was just up in Syracuse in the American Hockey League for about the last month. Did not play up there, but he was up for a while. This is his return back this game here tonight. So 4-on-4 for another 44 seconds, and it will be the Icemen on a power play after that. Orlando controls in the neutral zone. Mingo, however, takes the body on Shaw, knocking it loose for Newbury, then for Randolph. Jake Randolph over the blue line, steps around Brodzinski into the right wing corner, left of goaltender Marty Willett. Comes to the other side for Newbury. Newbury with a centering pass. Detzel with a shot and a save made by Willett again. Chris Newbury with 2 brilliant passes, setting up teammates for shots on goal. Icemen take control, now circling the back of his own cage is Dejan Mingo for the Icemen. Mingo with speed over the blue line. Passes to the right for Clark. Centering feed, nobody home. And into transition, it's 2-on-2 for the Solar Bears. LeBlanc at the red line for Manfredo. Over the line, back for LeBlanc as the Icemen get Garrett Hunt back on the ice. It is a power play here for Jacksonville for another minute 9. Icemen have the puck deep in their own zone. Appleby is going to be forced to freeze it, however. It will be a defensive zone draw here for the Icemen. 15:48 to go in the first, a minute 5 left on this power play for Jacksonville. The Icemen, after a great start to the season with their power play, it has tailed off since, however, down to 18th now in the league at 15.9%. Orlando's penalty kill, however, worst in the league. Their specialty teams in general, not good. Orlando 27th and last in the league on the penalty kill at only 73.5%. And we'll see if the Icemen can get the puck into the offensive zone and set up play on a 5-on-4 power play. They do win the draw. It's Newbury skating right in front of his netminder. Drops it back for Mingo at his own blue line. To the left for Randolph, back for Mingo. They are onside into the zone. Everett Clark for Mingo. Turns to his backhand side, plays it into the corner for Cody Fowley. Fowley off the end boards for Randolph. Gives it up there to the Solar Bears. They will skate with it and then clear it out the rest of the way. Goes all the way behind the Jacksonville net. Appleby will play it away from a forechecker, working it for Randolph and then for Newbury. Still 33 seconds to go on this power play. Newbury up the right side for Clark. At the blue line, can't gain the zone just yet. The Icemen looking to get it back, tipped away by Orlando. Shaw tries to work it free. Great back check by Cody Fowley, who in turn gives it back up. Shot goes over the crossbar from Shaw. Comes behind the Jacksonville net. Icemen in control there, but just 13 seconds to go on this power play. Fowley in the neutral zone. Goes off a linesman. Fowley fortunate to get it right back. Orlando now with a steal. It's Shaw on his backhand. Centering feed broken up there by Mingo. Drills it off the boards out to the neutral zone for Newbury. Teams are back at full strength. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play as Willett knocks it out of play with 14:36 to go in the first period. So we'll catch our breath a little bit. It's kind of been a fast pace. Power plays for each team. 2 great opportunities for the Icemen. They only chose them with 1 shot on goal, but they had 3 grade A chances tonight already. Willett making the stop on each occasion. Critchlow, Karastolev, Nikita Karastolev, along with Garrett Hunt, the forward line for Jacksonville. This is the 3rd line for them, and it is Jacksonville taking possession. Critchlow to the line for Garrett Cockrell. Intercepting that pass was Peterson. He flies into the zone for the Solar Bears. Phillips defending on Peterson. It goes around the boards to the far side. Centering feed picked off by Phillips for Jacksonville. Phillips, lead pass ahead, connects with Critchlow. He's over the blue line, gives it up, but it's held in by Garrett Hunt. Sharp angle shot goes over the crossbar. Held in by Cockrell, and another shot on goal. Save is made by Willett. Comes off the end boards for the Solar Bears. Rob Mann moving it forward for Thompson. Picked off there by Phillips. He's by himself for now in the neutral zone. Wasey Rabbit picks it up for Jacksonville. Steps around Holtz. Feeds it for Volaso. Centering feed knocked away by the goaltender Willett. And it comes to the right side and played out by Orlando. Tamala over the blue line. Wrist shot on goal. Glove saved by Appleby. No rebound, and we will take our first break with 13:41 to go in the first period. It is Jacksonville nothing, Orlando nothing. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. Actually, we'll keep it right here for the time being. Nothing your score. 13:41 to go in period number 1. The Icemen looking to snap their season-long 4-game winless streak here. And the draw will come back in the Icemen zone. Shots on net, 4 for Jacksonville, 3 for Orlando. Draw will be to Appleby's left. On the draw for Jacksonville, Wasey Rabbit. For Orlando, Corey Kalk. And for full disclosure, for anybody who is listening as opposed to watching, if you're watching, I think you know this, Orlando's numbers close to borderline impossible to read. But that's okay. It's just a broadcaster venting, nothing more than that. I'm glad it's them and not the Icemen. Into the neutral zone, Volaso for Max Fortier for Jacksonville. Fortier turns at the half wall near side, moves to his backhand side all the way into the slot, but still not in a shooting position. He'll play it softly into the corner for Rabbit. Off the boards for Mingo, trying to feed it for Volaso, behind the net for Rabbit. Rabbit couldn't center, tries to track it down in the far side corner. Stripped away there by the Solar Bears, trying to play it around the boards there is 6'9" Oleg Sosanov, and a lead pass ahead for the Solar Bears. It's Shaw with a wrister, blocker saved by Appleby. Made it look easy. It was anything but. Held in by Kalk, but a penalty coming on Orlando. Interference against the Solar Bears. And Rabbit staring down Brady Shaw after the whistle. As the Icemen will go back on the power play for the second time tonight. The first one was an abbreviated one. Good work there from the Icemen to draw that penalty. Going into the box is Shaw. Brady Shaw is Orlando's leading scorer. 24 points in 22 games for Shaw. 13 goals, 11 assists. You will hear his name a lot tonight. Face-off will be to the left side of Marty Willett. Newbury, Everett Clark, and Cody Fowley are the forwards. The Icemen win the draw, but it goes between the point men and all the way back into the Jacksonville zone. That's where they will have to start with this man advantage. Dejan Mingo right between the hash marks in his own zone. Stick handles to the red line. Tries to drop it back for Randolph. Chipping it up the wall for Fowley, and then into the corner. Brodzinski is on it first, and he will clear it the length of the ice. So Jacksonville having a little trouble getting the possession in the offensive zone. They'll try it again with Mingo for Clark. Clark for Newbury, still at his own blue line. Behind the back pass for Randolph. He's got some space to carry it over the line. Leaving it for Clark. Back for Randolph in the right wing corner. Jake Randolph flipping it for Fowley at the far side half boards. For Garrett Cockrell at the blue line. It's Randolph back to Cockrell. Cross ice look for Everett Clark. Clark with a centering feed, deflects and cleared out by Orlando. He had the right idea, just couldn't get the shot back on goal. 1:03 to go on this power play for the Icemen. Cockrell behind his own net. Nikita Karastolev comes out now for this power play. Second unit is on. Korostolev with Max Fortier and Colton Veloso. Wacy Rabbit clears it into the zone. He is still on the ice. Comes into behind the net. Korostolev for Veloso. Looking for it is Wacy Rabbit to the blue line for Cockrell. Cockrell to the right side for Korostolev. Cross ice look for Fortier. Centering pass. Stolen in, cleared out. Maybe a little too much passing there from Jacksonville. As Appleby plays it all the way down the length of the ice. Can Rabbit prevent the icing? They're going to call it an icing call. Looked like Rabbit was easily going to be into the zone first to be able to touch that puck. They say no. And instead it's going to be a face-off in the Jacksonville zone. They'll give it to the defensive team anytime it's close. I just didn't happen to think that one was terribly close. Rabbit and LeBlanc on this face-off. Controlled by the Icemen. Still a little time on this power play. Fortier behind the net for Cockrell. 21 seconds to go on the man advantage. Stealing clear by Orlando. Jacksonville having some trouble here in the opening minutes on this power play. Their second power play already in the opening half of this first period. It's Fortier. Over the red line to the right for Korostolev. Oh, it's going to be offside into the zone. 4 seconds to go. The Icemen just not able to set up in the offensive zone on this power play just one time. And again, this is against a penalty kill in the Solar Bears that you really want to take advantage of. But not to be this time. Critchlow in the neutral zone along with Korostolev and Hunt. Jacksonville has possession. It's Glover for Hunt. Hunt chips in. Critchlow chases after. Steps around a hit from Mike Monfredo. Critchlow trying to kick it loose. Hunt does get it free for Korostolev on his backhand. Turning to the forehand. What a save by Willett and what a move by Nikita Korostolev. Faked the backhand in the slot and then a spinorama to the forehand side. Willett making the save with the left pad and he covers it up. The chances that Jacksonville have had tonight have been at even strength and have been 10 bell opportunities. Willett has been very sharp tonight for the Solar Bears. Face-off is to Willett's left. Orlando wins it. They do not clear it. Critchlow to the line for Hunt. Snapshot and another save made by Willett. With the glove, Hunt shoves away at 6'9", Oleg Sosinov. 6'9", 236 pounds. Height-wise, that is Zdeno Chara sized. Sosinov heads to the bench, and Jacksonville wins another faceoff. Critchlow trying to get it free. It actually went off the linesman, allowing Orlando to chip it off the glass and out. Shapiro gives chase against Peterson. Nice work there by Kyle Shapiro to work it free. Comes back into the corner for Jack Glover. Glover is double teamed for the time being. Feeds it ahead for Critchlow, then for Korostolev. Korostolev for Shapiro, who carries the rush with Garrett Hunt. Over the blue line is Shapiro. He's had one great opportunity himself already tonight. Short-handed effort for Jacksonville. As Hunt now carries it in the neutral zone, dropping it back for Cale Detzel. Detzel, right wing side in his own end for Chris Newbury. His pass is deflected by Tamala. Mingo gets it back for Randolph. For Newbury at his own blue line, curling a little further back in his own zone, leaving it for Mingo. Dejan Mingo ahead for Randolph. Nice speed. Randolph with a shot, and the save is made by Willett without a rebound. And we will take a break here with 9:41 to go in period number one. It remains Jacksonville nothing, Orlando nothing. You are listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Face-off will be to Marty Willette's left side as we come back to live action. Arlie Johnson with you here on ECHL.tv and JacksIcemen.com. We are scoreless midway through the first period. Icemen win the draw. Shot by Mingo. It goes wide to the stick side of Willette. Fowley tracks it down off the end boards, trying to kick it loose for Randolph, then for Mingo. Slap shot over the crossbar. Off the glass. Detzel works it free for Fowley behind the net. Fowley for Randolph. Trying to feed it to the blue line. Tipped away, but not cleared yet. Mingo shovels it over the head of Willette. Goes to Newbury to the right side. Brady Shaw picks it off. Sends it ahead for Tamala. Mingo defends. What a hit by Dejan Mingo. Perfectly done as the Icemen carry it over the blue line. Possible 2-on-1. Newbury for Fowley. Feeds it back for Newbury. Couldn't get it back. It was a great back check by Orlando as Fowley was about to unleash his shot. Now it's Phillips with a shot that is blocked and cleared away by Brady Shaw. Feeds it for Tamala. Tamala cannot set up a teammate. It comes for the Icemen with Garrett Cockrell. Over the blue line is Cockrell. He'll backhand behind the net and chase after it himself. Penalty coming. This is going to be on Cockrell. Delayed call here as the Solar Bears clear the zone. It will go all the way behind the Jacksonville net. There's your whistle and your penalty. Cockrell's going to the box for boarding. And power play number 2 for the Solar Bears. Stephen Roulard making the call there. And Jacksonville will be down a man with 8:36 to go in period number 1. That penalty aside, I really like the way that Jacksonville's been playing so far tonight. Sure, they'd like their power play to be a little bit better, but they're getting some grade A chances on net. Willette is playing awful well between the pipes for the Solar Bears. As you look at that last replay, Cody Fowley, just as he was about to shoot, got his stick lifted from behind by Mike Monfredo. It's a nice defensive play by Orlando's captain. And a power play here for the Solar Bears. Critchlow and Hunt penalty killing with Jack Glover and Kyle Shapiro. Shapiro has had to step up with a couple of Jacksonville players getting called up to the American Hockey League. I'll give you a list of all the Icemen players currently in the American League in a little bit, but Justin Woods and Jacob Cederholm are among them. Jacksonville wins the faceoff. They'll clear it behind the Orlando net. Willette forced to play it himself for Holtz, away from Cam Critchlow. Holtz through the neutral zone. Over the blue line is Holtz. They're onside, stopping at the left half wall is Holtz. Broken up there by Jacksonville. Cleared out the length of the ice by Glover. Now is Garrett Hunt separating Holtz from the puck. And a line change here for Jacksonville. Veloso and Newbury penalty killing. Mingo and Cale Detzel are your defenders. Brady Shaw over the blue line for Peterson. Spinning away from Veloso. Works it to the blue line. It's Donahue. Backhands it for Holtz. Cross ice look. Comes to the blue line for Donahue. Slap shot. Save is made by Appleby. No rebound. There was a lot of traffic in front, but Appleby was able to see it all the way. 1:13 to go on this power play. And each team will change up lines here. Lacey Rabbit along with Cody Fowley. Fowley's had a strong start to this game tonight. Shorthanded breakaway very early in this contest that was denied by Marty Willette. The Icemen win the faceoff, trying to clear it away as Fowley. Taps it away from one man, can't clear the zone just yet. Shapiro tries to clear, he can't do it either. Fowley will give it another try at the blue line. Again, it's held in, this time by Brodzinski, and Orlando sets up. Corey Kalk, left wing faceoff circle. Plays it down low and then to the blue line for Brodzinski. Has to glove it down to his stick. Feeds it for Fogut. Fogut into the corner. Still with it is Fogut. To the near side wall, it comes to Brodzinski. Cross ice look for Monfredo. Flip pass for Brodzinski, he has to kick it onto his stick. Shot on net, save is made by Appleby with the glove. On the one-timer from Corey Kalk. Down to 36 seconds to go on the power play for the Solar Bears. Shots on net, 7-5 for the Icemen. Mitch Holtz for Orlando, along with Brent Peterson and Brady Shaw. This is their top unit on, at least top power play unit. Critchlow on the draw for Jacksonville. He wins it for Detzel. Behind the net for Garrett Hunt. Stick handles away from one man on his backhand. Plays it for Critchlow, who will turn and fire it out. Hunt will give chase. He's going to force Marty Willette to play it himself. Off the boards, Hunt looks for the steal. Knocked it away briefly, only to lose it to Yanni Tamala. Over the blue line is Tamala. Knocked away by Jacksonville. Comes into the corner for Dejan Mingo. Mingo can't clear yet. He's just going to kill some time briefly. Solar Bears, however, get it back. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Mitch Holtz for Shaw. Shaw with a wrister. It goes off the glass and all the way back to the Orlando end as teams return to full strength. 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. We are scoreless. Each team 0 for 2 on the power play as Appleby will play it into the corner for Shapiro. He is immediately double-teamed, spins away from one man, tries to feed it for Karostalev. At the blue line, it's held in by Sosanoff. Newbury tries to get it back for Jacksonville. Behind his own net, Newbury for Jake Randolph. Randolph back for Newbury through center ice. He's got Karostalev with him. Over the blue line, it's onside. Randolph into the slot on the forehand, and a glove save is made by Willett as Newbury and Sosanoff push away at one another. Randolph steps in. Sosanoff is going to have at least a head advantage over pretty much everybody on the Icemen, standing at 6'9", but the Icemen have already shown that they're not going to put up with him. Face-off will be in the Orlando zone. 6:01 to go in the first period. Jacksonville will change lines. Top unit coming on with Everett Clark at center, Wasey Rabbit on the left wing, Max Fortier on the right. Fortier averaging over a point a game since coming down from the Cleveland Monsters for Jacksonville. 6 goals and 5 assists for 11 points in 10 games. Solar Bears win this draw. Manfredo slaps it around the wall. Clark got a piece of it, trying to keep it in. He does keep it in. Along the near side wall, LeBlanc tries to skate away from Fortier. Leaves it for Mann behind his net. Around the boards we go and out to center ice. Jacksonville coming right back in. It's Fortier for Rabbit. Backhanding it into the corner to the left side of Willett. Manfredo on the puck. Plays it off the end boards for Trevor Olson. Olson's lead pass goes by everybody. It will be called icing against Orlando with 5:31 on the clock. Coming up in our first intermission, we'll be joined by Captain Garrett Hunt, talking about the road trip that just passed and looking ahead a little bit for Jacksonville as well, including this game tonight. Garrett Hunt had a great little opportunity while he was on that road trip, which we'll tell you about on a personal level. But stick around to listen to what he had to say. Icemen win the draw. Cale Detzel's shot towards goal is blocked. Garrett Hunt looks to keep it in. He'll play it around the boards. Willett cannot block it behind the net. Comes all the way to the far side. Veloso looking for Critchlow. LeBlanc shovels it free for Olson. Hunt with a great hit on Olson as the Solar Bears still cannot clear. It's Veloso looking for Critchlow. Broken up by Olson. Still not cleared. Now it comes out to center ice, but took 2-3 whacks at it for Orlando as Jacksonville slams it right back in behind the Solar Bear net. Manfredo first on the puck. Outletting it for Taylor Thompson. Thompson will forehand behind the Jacksonville cage. It's blocked there by Appleby, who leaves it for Detzel and then for Mingo. Mingo waits for a forechecker to skate by. Mingo still standing behind his own net with 4:44 to go in the first. Still 0-0 your score. Newbury for the Icemen. Long outlet pass for Fowley. It connects over the blue line, leaving it for Randolph into the right wing corner. Randolph takes a big hit, but he leaves the puck there for Fowley. Fowley, in turn, gives it up. A steal by Orlando. Outlet pass for Tamala. Walks in, goes to the forehand side. Great save is made by Ken Appleby, and it comes up high for Jacksonville with a rebound. Best save of the night so far for Ken Appleby as the Icemen are back in the zone. Randolph with a wrister, just high and wide. Nobody really covered Randolph on that play. He didn't think he was going to be given that opportunity to shoot, but the next thing you know, he was 30 feet away in the slot. But he missed the net there. Orlando called for icing as we come back into the Solar Bear zone with 4:05 to go. Draw will come to Marty Willett's right side. Orlando, of course, has to keep their same 5 players on the ice. After an icing call, they cannot change lines. Jacksonville does get a line change here. It's Everett Clark winning the draw to Jack Glover. Back for Clark. Gives it up to Kalk. Clark gets it right back. Goes off the linesman as Clark works it free on his backhand to the blue line for Glover. Wrister is blocked in front. Comes up high for the Solar Bears. They'll chip it out to center ice. And with it there is Tamala. Tamala tries to step away from Glover. Beautifully defended there by number 12 for the Icemen as Jacksonville comes over the blue line. Everett Clark going wide on LeBlanc. Into the corner is Everett Clark. all the way behind his own net, behind the Orlando net. Looks to play it towards the line. It goes over the head of Kyle Shapiro, however, and the Icemen will have to track it down at their own line. Fortier for Clark. Delayed offside as the Solar Bears get possession. Fogut hit by Clark. Penalty coming on Jacksonville. There's your whistle. And it's going to be Everett Clark with a penalty for the Icemen. Tripping is the call. Power play for the Solar Bears when we come back. 3:19 to go in the first period. It is still 0-0. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
0-0 your score. 3:19 to go in period number one. Several power plays in this first period. Jacksonville 0 for 2. Orlando currently 0 for 2, but chance number 3 begins right now. Critchlow and Hunter, your penalty killers. Everett Clark in the box for tripping. Hard to argue the call. Just got to kill it off and go back to full strength. Solar Bears win the draw. It's Yanni Tamala looking for Shaw, then to the blue line for Mitch Holtz. Shaw with a wrister and a screen. Getting a piece of it was Appleby. Comes back for Orlando. Donahue plays it off the glass, and around the wall we go. Tamala ridden off the play by Trey Phillips, but not out yet. Mitch Holtz to the blue line for Shaw. Winds and fires. It is blocked and cleared by Trey Phillips. Head coach Jason Christie showing a lot of trust in the rookie Trey Phillips there, and he rewards him with that fine play. It was a good shift there. Solar Bears back in their own zone. Mitch Holtz with a drop pass for Donahue. Donahue's over the blue line. They're onside. Curling to the right. Looking for the steal is Fowley. Couldn't get it. Solar Bears get it back. Tamala for Holtz at the left point. Playing it to the half wall for Donahue. Centering feed goes all the way to the opposite side. Shot towards goal. Goes wide to the short side. Donahue looks to play it to the blue line, but reading that pass was Chris Newbury, and he will backhand it the length of the ice. 54 seconds to go on this power play for Orlando. 2:09 remaining in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. It's Mitch Holtz in his own zone, defending his rabbit. Manfredo forehands it behind the net of Jacksonville. Appleby stays in his crease, trying to clear it ahead. It goes to Wasey Rabbit for the Icemen. He'll slam it around the kick plates and back behind the Orlando net. Excellent penalty kill here from the Icemen. Just 28 seconds to go on this power play. A long outlet pass from the Solar Bears. It connects with Kalk. Kalk will reverse it to the opposite side. Big hit there by Kyle Shapiro, separating the puck loose for Critchlow, and Critchlow will clear it out. Solar Bears have had very little offensive possession here on this power play. With 10 seconds to go, Garrett Hunt with a huge hit on Kalk, who is down and hurt. No penalty here as Manfredo plays it around the boards. And here is your whistle with 3 seconds to go on the penalty. Kalk is down and hurt. He is still down as the Orlando trainer comes out to meet Corey Kalk. Still laying face down. No penalty was called. It was just a good, clean hit from Garrett Hunt. With 1:21 on the clock. I don't know where that caught Corey Kalk. It's right up against the glass. He's up on one knee right now, no helmet on. Now he stands up just now. Slowly going back to his bench. And I do not expect a penalty call here. I think that was just a good, clean body check. Kalk gingerly going back to his locker room early with 1:21 to go in the period. And we'll see if they get Kalk back. Faceoff is going to be outside the Jacksonville blue line. Newbury against LeBlanc, waiting for the drop of the puck from Cole Rui. And the Icemen take it and clear it out. One last chance there, not icing because the Icemen were still shorthanded for the drop of the puck. They're at full strength now, however, as Jacksonville looks for a steal at the Orlando line. They cannot get it. Solar Bears instead play into the zone. Trey Phillips first on the puck for the Icemen, behind his own net. A couple of Orlando players collide with each other, but the Solar Bears do hold it in the zone. Goes off a shoulder and out of play. And now in the final minute of play, two Orlando players, I believe it was LeBlanc and Olsen, almost went knee to knee with each other. They both went down just to the right of Jacksonville's net. They both appear to be okay. Faceoff will be in the Icemen zone with 53.5 seconds to go in this first period. Peterson on the faceoff for Orlando. Everett Clark for the Icemen, draws to the right of Appleby. And Peterson wins it for Brodzinski. Rister is again blocked out of play, this time by Max Fortier. That sequence took a grand total of 3.5 seconds. And we'll drop the puck right where we just did. Quick drop of the puck. Orlando wasn't ready, but they still win the draw somehow and keep it in. Brady Shaw for Peterson. Rister on net. Stick save made by Appleby. Rebound for Mingo. Tries to chip it up the wall. Tamala holds it in for the Solar Bears. Around the end boards, looking for Peterson. Cale Detzel pins him up along the wall. It comes free behind the Jacksonville net for the Icemen. Mingo for Fortier. Good touch pass for Rabbit. Rabbit cross ice for Cale Detzel. It deflects off his stick. Look out right into the Orlando bench. Right by their head coach, Drake Barahowski. Everybody seems to be okay there. Just went off the glass right by the coach's ears. Whistled right by him. 23.4 seconds to go in the period. Newbury and Peterson on this face-off, right at the center ice face-off dot. And the Solar Bears have it once more. It's man for Manfredo. Outlet pass deflected into the Jacksonville zone. Appleby sticks it aside for Glover behind his own net. To the left side for Jake Randolph. Randolph double teamed, trying to work it free to the blue line. Manfredo holds it in. Slap shot goes over the crossbar with 6 seconds to go in the period. Still a threat here for Orlando. Wrist shot goes wide. I'm not sure if Appleby saw it. 1 second left and time expires. Solar Bears had a chance there in the closing seconds, but missed the net. And we stay scoreless through one period of play. Shots on goal. Jacksonville with 8 and Orlando with 8. Pretty evenly played first period. We are tied in goal scores. We are tied in shots on goal as well. Coming up in the first intermission, again, we'll be joined by Captain Garrett Hunt. Before we go to break, we're going to stay here for a little bit. Sarah Rui, no doubt, will be talking to somebody for the Icemen live after the first period of play. I've got to think that head coach Jason Christie's pretty pleased with things through the opening 20 minutes. Sure, you'd like the lead, but I think they've been playing very sound hockey. Really just one good chance on net from Orlando, as best as I can remember in those opening 20 minutes. Appleby making one key save. And that's been about it so far. And let's bring it down below to public address announcer Joe Massa.
Alrighty, fans, at this time, let's take it on down to Sarah for an interview between our first period.
Here with Cody Falley. Cody, low shot count here in the first. What's the key in the second to get this offense turned up?
We just got to keep moving our feet and getting pucks on net. I think we're doing good so far, getting pucks in there and putting some pressure on them.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you both. It is 0-0 after one period of play. Stick around for our interview with Captain Garrett Hunt right after this break. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider, BFL Canada Risk and Insurance, and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
That's right. I've got
The
two
Migrate Group,
contestants
your
here in
source
their
for game-worn
sumo suits.
jerseys.
We've got Bubba
CCM
in
Hockey,
blue
the
and
official
Brian
on-ice equipment
in
provider.
red.
Coco 5, the
first
official
one to
hydration
get
beverage of
2
the
points, and
ECHL.
that means they have to
Ephesus
knock
Lighting,
their
the
opponent
preferred
out, or
lighting
their
partner of the
opponent has to fall.
ECHL.
First one to get 2
Geico,
points
the
is going to
official
get
auto
a
insurance of the
Lowe's
ECHL.
gift card. You
Howie's
guys
Hockey
ready?
Tape, the official hockey tape and a
All right,
lace
let's go.
provider. In Glasgow, the official puck provider. Warrior, the official protective wear provider. And the Fairley Group, the official commercial
Bubba goes
insurance
down
provider of the
first.
ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to
That's 1 point for
ECHL.tv.
Brian in
Get
red,
the best
1
home
point
buying
for Brian
experience
in
you'll
red.
ever
They're
have.
gonna
Call our
reset.
24/7 mortgage hotline
Here
at
we go.
904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal
Bubba
housing
goes
lender.
hard and he
Wishing
goes
for a new
down.
car?
That's 2 points
Community
for
First
Brian.
lets you delay your
Congratulations,
first
Brian. You
payment
get
for
the
90
Lowe's
days
gift card.
and has
Very
some of the
nice.
lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.tv, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and
I've got 2
OTT devices.
contestants here. 10
Visit
chickens.
ECHL.tv
10
today
chickens, 2
to get into the game
The one who
and
gets
never
the
miss
most
the action.
chickens on their roster.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Eagles in, he scored.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubik. Rebound. Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We're between periods with the Jacksonville Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. Arlie Johnson joined by your captain, Garrett Hunt. Huntsy, team's been gone for a couple of weeks now. 4-game road trip. It did not go the way that the team wanted. Talk to me about these 4 games and sum it all up and, how things went. 0-3-1 as a record, but I don't know how you feel about it aside from wins and losses.
Yeah, the road trips obviously didn't turn out the way we wanted to. They gave us every opportunity to have success. We went in there a couple days early to Boise, and we scratched and clawed that second game. We were able to get a point, and that was to salvage something. But and then Florida and South Carolina, I thought we had slow starts, and we were battling back from that ever since the first period. And nice thing now is, especially with hockey, you play a lot of games, and we're back here at home, and it's a huge test for us. We got Orlando coming in here, and we got to see if we got enough horses in here to make a difference.
I want to talk about how your team expects to respond from that, but before I do, let me go back to the Boise trip for you on a personal level. You actually had your family come and see you. You're a Western Canadian guy. I know that you only have a little bit left in the tank here in terms of number of years left in the ECHL. Had to feel so nice for you to have some family watch you, because you don't know if you're going to get that chance again.
Yeah, you know, I'm probably halfway through my career now. You know, I'll probably try to play it on 42, but
perfect.
Thanks, Harley.
Yeah, perfect.
I don't feel old enough already, but no, it was nice. You know, I don't normally get to go home for Christmas. We only get a couple days, so it was nice to see my family and kind of like our Christmas together. You know, they came down, we had some good quality time, and unfortunately we couldn't get the wins, but you know, I thought we had a good time, and you know, and I was thankful that they came down and see me play.
All right, well, now let's move ahead into this game and responding from that kind of road trip. Last year, I think this team would have maybe responded a little different. You know, very young, not quite sure what to do, and, you know, maybe things like that get a little contagious. I get the feeling in this particular locker room, it's the exact opposite. Leadership is there to help people along, knowing that runs like these are going to happen throughout the course of the season, and you just got to press on.
Yeah, kind of like what I touched on before is, you know, how, like you said, and having leadership and having key guys in here, that we got the horses to do it, and it'll be a good test tonight. But I think we're worlds apart from last year. You know, every team's going to have their ups and downs throughout the season. Fortunately, ours is now before Christmas, and kind of gives us a good homestand here too to prove ourselves, which we're not going on the road for another 4 games. But you know, like I said, I think we got enough guys in here. We got Newberry, we got Wasey Rabbit, we got Cameron Critchlow. We got a lot of guys in here that they can make a difference. And you know, with guys being called up in the past, that gives other young guys an opportunity. You know, we got young guys coming in the lineup. Eli Lichenwald came in, played really well for us in Boise, and you know, Colton Meloso. We got lots of young guys that are getting a good opportunity, and they're making the best of it.
And that's what happens at this level, and you always have to adjust for it. Every week, it's going to be a different roster, whether it's somebody getting called up, somebody getting called down, and you have to count on those guys for a team to be good throughout the year consistently. Sure, you're going to have ups and downs, but you need those, you know, 11th, 12th, 13th forwards, 7th, 8th defensemen to be able to step up and contribute in a big way.
Yeah, it's a process. It's a process for the whole organization. It's not just, you know, the 18 guys playing on the ice and the 2 goalies. It's everybody that's taking part in practice and, you know, in the preparation for the games, the trainers, you know, and that's what makes a team good, and that's what kind of gives you a championship team. And, you know, I think we got the right guys and the right character in this room and this organization to make a difference.
All right, well, let's focus on the game tonight now against Orlando. What are the things that you're going to be looking for to know that you guys are on the right path, that you got it clicking tonight?
I think we need to have a good start. Like I talked about before, and having kind of a slow start in those last couple games that we had to chase from behind. We come out and have a good start. We got really pushed real hard the last couple days in practice, and you know, I think our conditioning was a big thing, and you know, I think guys are really going to take a little bit more pride in to come out and having a good start and pushing the pace, and like we did at the start of the year, and having other teams kind of worry about our speed and our conditioning and the way we play throughout a full 60 minutes.
All right, Huntsy, we appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight. We'll catch you somewhere down the road.
Yeah, thanks for the luck.
All right, thank you. There's Garrett Hunt with us, team captain for the Icemen. We'll come back in just a moment. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.tv.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound! Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
After one period of play, we are back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you tonight as the Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears are in a scoreless deadlock through one period of play. Quick review and preview for what's ahead for the Jacksonville Icemen. Let's first go back to this past four-game road trip. If you heard it with Garrett Hunt, Jacksonville only 0-3-1 on that road trip. Did not go well in terms of the results. But like we said, in every single game, in fact, the Icemen losing the first of those games. They had two games in Idaho, losing 4-1 the first night, but that game was tied in the third period. Idaho scored their final 3 goals, I believe, in the last 10 minutes of that game. Just pulled away and had an empty netter to end it. All 3 of the other games were all 3-2 finals. One of them in overtime, and the other 2 in regulation. So it certainly didn't go the way that Jacksonville wanted. Because of that, they have gone all the way to third place in the standings, 27 points on the year, 5 points behind the Florida Everblades for first place, 1 point, however, behind the South Carolina Stingrays for second place. And in fact, South Carolina is playing tonight. They, like they are here, scoreless against the Atlanta Gladiators. So we'll keep an eye on that game and see if Jacksonville can climb into second place potentially tonight. So that's a look at the 4-game road trip they just had. Now, a preview for the 4-game homestand that begins tonight. Of course, Jacksonville hosting Orlando here. This homestand continues on Friday night. They will host the Atlanta Gladiators, just the second time that they have met the Gladiators all season long. Currently in last place in the South Division, and they have the fewest wins in the entire ECHL, with only 5 wins, 12 losses, 4 overtime losses. That is going to be on Friday night. On Saturday night, very big game for Jacksonville, hosting the Florida Everblades, the team that has gone into first place in the South Division. The Everblades are now unbeaten in their last 11 straight games, at least unbeaten in regulation. They are 9-0-2 in their last 11 games. That game on Saturday, a couple of huge promotions. First of all, it is Guns and Hoses night, where there's going to be a game before the Iceman game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Firefighters against the police, and an extra special cause for it this time, of course, with a tragedy affecting the police academy with a young female officer being killed recently. And so the 50-50 raffle, the Chuck-a-Puck, All the proceeds for that are going to go towards that cause as well on Saturday for the Guns N' Hoses game. Make sure you're here at 3 o'clock for their game as well as the Icemen game at 7 o'clock. Also on Saturday, it's Ugly Sweater Night. What can be better than that? Bring your ugly sweater. Don't just bring it, wear it. Bringing it would be one thing, but actually should wear the ugly sweater, as the Icemen are going to attempt to break a world record for ugly sweaters on Saturday. Homestand finishes up next Wednesday, a week from today, when the Icemen host the South Carolina Stingrays, a team that they have beaten 3 times here in Jacksonville this year. We will stick with it right here as both teams are back out onto the ice. Cam Critchlow, in fact, already talking with referee Stephen Roulard, Jacksonville's alternate captain. He gets a tap on the shoulder, Critchlow does, from the official. So that is the upcoming homestand for Jacksonville, and I'll tell you what, if you love Icemen hockey, my suggestion is you get to as many of these 4 games as you possibly can, because after the 27th of December, when they host the Orlando Solar Bears on the 27th and 28th, after that, it is 4 straight weeks with the Icemen on the road, an 11-game road trip beginning on the 29th of December, and it takes you all over the eastern seaboard, but that's for another day. We'll talk about that another time. Meanwhile, the Icemen just trying to do well on this particular homestand, 1 game at a time. It starts here tonight against the Solar Bears. Shots on net again, 8 for each team. No goals for either team in that first period. And the Icemen will be skating from my right to my left here in this second period. Jacksonville in their black unis with navy blue pants and helmets, white numbers. Orlando in their white uniforms with teal and purple, white numbers with white jerseys. Spectacular marketing there. I suppose these are thick teal and purple stripes, so you can kind of see the numbers, and at the same time you kind of can't. So we're just doing the best we can here this evening. Jacksonville had a great start to the first period, but could not get the puck by Marty Ouellette, who was very, very sharp in the early going. We'll see what happens here in the second period, see who draws first blood. Icemen have possession of the puck. We are underway. Period number 2. Jacksonville clears into the zone. Icing is waved off here as Randolph plays it around the wall all the way to the right point. Glover at the blue line does hold it in. It goes to the left wing half boards for Chris Newbury. Newbury off the end boards again for Randolph. Takes a man down, no call. Fowley holds it in to the line for Shapiro. Now it's Glover with a shot. Deflected wide on the play. Newbury cannot center it. Comes up high for Orlando. Thompson will slam it off the boards and out to center. Glover tries to work it right back into the zone, but it is stolen by the Solar Bears. Brent Peterson into the slot. Wrister on net, and a save by Appleby as Mitch Hultz got that forehand away from the slot. And Glover and Thompson are in a little bit of a bear hug with one another right now. We'll see if they drop the gloves. Actually, it's Shapiro, not Glover, number 2 instead of number 12. I don't think we're going to see a fight here. Both linesmen are in there, and I don't expect them to actually come to blows here. Shapiro did drop at least 1 glove, if not both. We may have penalties, but I don't expect it to be majors for fighting. 4-on-4, says Stephen Roulard with his hands. 2 minutes each, I would imagine, for roughing. Typically for the Icemen this season, 4-on-4 play has been to Jacksonville's advantage. They've got some speedy players out there, not just at forward, but on defense as well. Guys like Trey Phillips and especially Dejan Mingo from the blue line, very quick. Mingo is on the ice right now with Cale Detzel. Faceoff is in the Jacksonville zone. 4-on-4 play. Icemen win the draw. It's Mingo. Steps away from Shaw on his forehand. Feeds it ahead for Detzel. Detzel shifts to the neutral zone, leaving it for Rabbit. Rabbit gives it away to the back check of Yoni Tamala. Tamala clears it into the zone, left side of Appleby. Rabbit around the wall to the opposite wing. Mingo lets it ride back for Rabbit on his backhand for Cale Detzel. He's over the center ice red line, then the blue line. Takes a hit in order to play it into the zone. Clark tries to play it around the boards, but it's Orlando taking it free. Manfredo up the boards. Mingo pinches in. He'll hold it in the zone. Trying to go around man, goes behind the net for Rabbit. Centering feed, knocked out of midair by Jacksonville, but not on goal. And here come the Solar Bears in transition. It's Shaw with Tamala. Shaw into the slot, goes to the forehand, and a save is made by Appleby. No rebound as Shaw cut from the right wing faceoff circle all the way to the left side to get that forehand shot away. 1:08 to go on the matching minors to Shapiro and Thompson. Line change for both clubs here. Chris Newbury and Max Fortier now at forward with Trey Phillips and Garrett Cockrell. Matthew Foggett for Orlando takes the draw and wins it. Wrist shot on net. Appleby with another save and another faceoff coming. It'll be Newbury against Foggett on this draw. Chris LeBlanc also on the ice as a forward for Orlando. Puck goes into the corner. Trey Phillips tries to get it loose from LeBlanc. Foggett strips it loose from Garrett Cockrell. Tries to center. It goes off a stick and out to center ice. Solar Bears track it down there. Donahue back skating all the way into his own end for Michael Brodzinski. Donahue gets it back at the red line. For LeBlanc into the zone. Cockrell defends. LeBlanc tries to feed it to the blue line. It's knocked away by Jacksonville. Newbury flips it wing to wing for Trey Phillips. It was a bouncing puck, so he'll have to track it down back in his own territory. Trey Phillips for the Icemen. Good shift around Foggett. Leaves it for Cockrell at center ice. He'll chip in. Newbury chases after it. He'll win that race away from Michael Brodzinski. LeBlanc gets it back for the Solar Bears. Newbury will head to the bench for a line change. Each team will get a man back in 11 more seconds. Still, puck is in the Solar Bears zone, and at the blue line, Karastolev holds it in for Jacksonville. Karastolev with a score! A snapshot from Nikita Karastolev beats Marty Willett to the stick side. A 4-on-4 goal for Jacksonville, and the scoreless deadlock is broken. It is 1-0 Icemen. First goal of the season for Nikita Karastolev, called down from the Cleveland Monsters here to Jacksonville, and he has his first goal as a member of the Icemen at 2:37 of period number 2. Karastolev held the puck in at the blue line, drove to within about 35 feet in the slot, and fired a snapshot to the stick side of Willett. It's an unassisted goal, and what a release from Nikita Karastolev. And Jacksonville is on top 1-0. There were only 4 seconds left on that 4-on-4 goal. Teams are back at full strength right now as Karastolev chips it ahead looking for Shapiro. Puck is in the neutral zone. Jacksonville collects it and clears it in. Orlando first on the puck there. In control, Miles McGurty loses it to Karastolev, still in the zone for now, but another steal by Orlando. Mingo pinches up to take it away from one man, but Holtz gets it back. Shot on net, save is made, rebound is cleared by Mingo. Not out of the zone yet, but a steal by Critchlow. Partial breakaway. Critchlow steps to the inside to the backhand. Shot on net, and a save by Willett. Centering feed, and it comes up high. Thompson is able to make the steal and clear. That would have been a highlight reel goal from Cam Critchlow, but Willett denied him. Jacksonville gets it back in the neutral zone, and all of a sudden, after that goal from Jacksonville, it seems like there's quite a bit more open ice here as Fortier gets the puck into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Rabbit. It goes behind him. It's held in by Phillips for Rabbit behind the net. Centering feed. Slap shot and a save made by Willett on the slapper from Max Fortier from the right faceoff circle. This game just in the last 60 seconds really opened up there. Back and forth we went, but the Icemen really trying to take control here in this second period. They've already done so with the go-ahead goal from Nikita Karastolev. Unassisted at 2:37. Clark, Rabbit, and Fortier, the forward line. Top unit on here for Jacksonville, and Clark wins the draw cleanly. Shapiro with a drive, and a save made by Willett from the right point. Rebound goes into the corner right side. Fortier for Jacksonville. Skates behind the net, centering feed, knocked away. Comes right back to Fortier at the left wing faceoff circle. Got a hit from behind, but keeps with the puck. Centering feed, stolen and cleared towards the line. Glover could not hold it in. Goes back out to the neutral zone. And a scramble for the loose puck there. Everett Clark strips it away. He's over the line. Into the slot for Fortier, who lets it go for Rabbit. Rabbit wanted Kyle Shapiro to continue his run. Couldn't set him up, but Rabbit holds the puck in the zone. Rabbit with a flip pass, blocked by Orlando. Possible 2-on-1 the other way for the Solar Bears. Shaw with Tamala. Shaw, slap shot, glove save is made. Rebound cleared out by Jacksonville. Wasey Rabbit off the boards, not out of the zone yet. It's held in by Tamala. Tamala with a centering feed, goes off a skate to the opposite wing. Glover picks it up there for the Icemen. Jack Glover stick handling through the neutral zone. He'll curl back to his own line, allowing the rest of his teammates to get a line change. Glover looking to clear in the zone. Fowley knocks it over the line, but no further than that. Matthew Foggett gets it back for Chris LeBlanc. LeBlanc into the zone. Stripped loose by Trey Phillips. Well defended there by the blue liner for Jacksonville. Fowley looks to gain the zone. Couldn't do it. Icemen track it down at their own line. Jack Glover, right wing side. Cross ice look for Newbury. It's in his skates, but he picks it back up and wrists it around the glass behind the Orlando net. Fowley couldn't get to the puck first. It is Orlando instead in control. Alex Shaneborn in the neutral zone, stolen by Randolph. Couldn't clear in yet. Taps it off the boards. Brodzinski and Fowley collide right at the Jacksonville bench. Puck bounces up into the air for Trey Phillips for the Icemen. Newbury looks to clear in. Brodzinski gloves it down onto his stick for the Solar Bears. 14 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the second period. It's Jacksonville 1, Orlando nothing on a score from Nikita Karastolev. Solar Bears get to the Jacksonville blue line, but no further. Here is Karastolev with a move over the blue line. Goes to the forehand and a save made by Willett. Man, what a release that kid has. Icemen get it back, looking to center. It goes around the boards instead for Critchlow. Cam Critchlow going wide on McGurty. To the opposite corner for Veloso. At the blue line, it's Detzel. Rister goes into the opposite corner, where the Solar Bears will clear it to center ice. Mingo cross ice look for Veloso. Quickly back into the zone. Rister from Veloso goes wide to the far post. Solar Bears play it to center ice. Lead pass ahead for Peterson. Rubbed out of the play by Cale Detzel. Detzel circles the back of his net, gets away from Peterson. Great rush from Detzel. He's over the blue line, leaving it for Veloso. Veloso cuts to the backhand side. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Right by the post, where it's swept away by Orlando and played out to center ice. Mingo from his knees, and we've got a whistle. What do we have here? Veloso is down, slow to get up. And Everett Clark wants a piece of Trevor Olson, as trainer Scooter McClay for the Icemen comes out to see Colton Veloso. Tried to get up, couldn't do it. I did not see the hit. Clearly he took a shot as he got that shot on goal. 13 minutes, 18 seconds to go. We'll see if there's a penalty from the hit. With 13-18 to go, Veloso heads to the locker room. We will go to break. It's Jacksonville 1, Orlando nothing. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
Back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, Arlie Johnson with you. It's a 1-0 lead for the Icemen. Still waiting for the game to resume, as referee Stephen Rular just had a conversation with Icemen head coach Jason Christie. We just got a peek at the replay of that hit that Colton Veloso just took as he got that backhanded shot away, and it was a very high hit. No penalty called, but I'm surprised. Looking at the replay anyway, I'm surprised. Did not see it myself, for full disclosure, as it happened. Now we resume play. It is 1-0 Jacksonville. Solar Bears have the puck at their own line. Manfredo gains the red line before slamming it around the wall. We've got a whistle. Offside called against Orlando. They were in ahead. One of their skaters over the blue line before that puck crossed the blue line. Actually, I have the draw right at the center ice face-off dot. Clark, Rabbit, and Fortier, the forwards for Jacksonville, and the Icemen control the puck deep in their own zone. It's Cale Detzel on his backhand, flipping it for Mingo, off the wall for Rabbit. Rabbit loses it in the neutral zone. Corey Kalk, good to see him back out on the ice after he took a wicked hit from Garrett Hunt in the first period, but he is back, and it is Kalk with the puck as well in the offensive end. Rister on net, save is made by Appleby, rebound cleared, Detzel to Fortier. 1-on-2 is Fortier, but he's got a lot of speed, going wide on Manfredo. Curls at the corner, comes back to his forehand, shot on net, and the save is made. Rebound cleared away by the Solar Bears. Tamala for Shaw, back for Tamala through center ice. Now it's Tamala with some speed, going wide on Phillips, and a score from Yanni Tamala. What a move. Talk about speed, Yanni Tamala showing some there, and we are tied up at 1 with 12:21 to go in period number 2. For Tamala, his 3rd goal of the season. He's only played 7 games for Orlando coming into tonight. He has 7 points coming into tonight. Tamala from Shaw at 7:39. And a nice move by the speedy forward, Yanni Tamala. Brady Shaw gets the only assist. 3rd goal of the year for Tamala. So the Icemen all square here with the Solar Bears, each team scoring in this 2nd period as Jacksonville plays it behind the Solar Bear net. Cody Donahue takes a wicked hit from Cody Fowley. Donahue slow to get up, but we play on. Solar Bears with it behind their own net as Randolph takes the body on a man. Now it's Fowley taking the body on Donahue again. Fowley takes him down, gets the puck loose. Trying to center there is Randolph. 2-on-2 along the wall to the left of Marty Willett behind his cage. Shaneborn tries to kick it loose. Randolph looks to do the same. Penalty coming. Who's this going to be on? Fowley pushing away at Shaneborn. What's this penalty going to be? I wonder if they're calling unsportsmanlike on Orlando. Maybe for not moving the puck. It's going to be a power play for Jacksonville. Thought I saw maybe for an unsportsmanlike call. Let's see what the call is going to be here. Yeah, I think it's going to be unsportsmanlike on Alex Shaneborn. So a total air care power play here for Jacksonville. Looking to regain the lead. Shaneborn in the box. The Icemen currently only have 4 guys on the ice, 4 skaters anyway. They need another. And Jake Randolph hops over the dasher. Rabbit, Randolph, and Korostolev the forwards. 4 forwards on the ice here for Jacksonville. Max Fortier at the blue line as that 4th forward, along with Garrett Cockrell. And Jacksonville collects the puck. It's Fortier in control. Feeding into the slot for Randolph. It jumps over his stick. Rabbit chases it down. Korostolev got taken down, allowing Orlando to clear the zone. It was unsportsmanlike conduct to Shaneborn, essentially for freezing the puck and not moving it along the boards. Jacksonville through center ice. Fortier over the blue line. Goes wide on Manfredo. Behind the net is Fortier. Tipped away by Orlando. Knocked out of the air by the Solar Bears and out of the zone. I believe it was Olsen that knocked it over his head and out of the zone. You're allowed to do it as long as you don't have a teammate touch the puck after that, and that's exactly what happened. Back come the Icemen through center ice. Soft shovel into the zone by Wasey Rabbit. Solar Bears first on the puck, but they do not clear. It's Korostolev at the right circle to the blue line for Fortier. Cockrell with a one-timer, and a save is made by Willett from 55 feet out. No screen in front, so Willett just dropping down to his knees to allow that slapper to go right into his midsection. And we'll have a face-off in the Solar Bear zone. 1:04 to go on this power play for Jacksonville. Cam Critchlow getting some power play time here for the Icemen, centering a line with Everett Clark and Cody Fowley. Newbury at the blue line is another 4th forward, along with Dejan Mingo. And Jacksonville wins the draw. It's Newbury at the left point. To the right side for Mingo. Cross ice for Newbury again, top of the circle. Plays it down low for Fowley. Walks in, centering pass. Oh, what a save by Willett. Puck bounces down. Fowley couldn't get it. Phenomenal save by Willett, and a beautiful set-up play there from Jacksonville. Looked like that was drawn up on the whiteboard there, and it was worked to perfection with the exception of that save from Willett, keeping it a 1-1 game. Here's Mingo for the Icemen. Allowed to skate all the way in. Backhander on net, and the save is made. Rebound cleared out by Orlando. Newbury yelling at the official as the Icemen have it behind their own net. And Shaw looking for a steal for Orlando, and he gets it, tries to center. Tipped away by Jacksonville. Here come the Icemen. Newbury with Fowley and Critchlow. Fowley over the blue line. Drops it for Critchlow. Behind the net for Everett Clark. Clark on his forehand side to the blue line for Mingo. Mingo to the left side for Newbury. Back for Mingo, 4 seconds to go on the power play. Mingo for Newbury again. Cross ice look, picked off by Orlando. They go to full strength as Orlando clears the zone. It is wide of the net, could be icing. They're going to wave it off, however. Mingo fortunate to get the puck. Had Orlando known what was going on, they might have had a 2-on-1 because icing was waved off there. We will play on. Puck is in the Jacksonville zone here. 1-1 is your score, 9:25 to go in the second period. Rabbit for the Icemen, playing it behind his own net. Feeding it to the right for Newbury, behind his net for Jack Glover. Glover waits for a couple of forecheckers to skate by. Solar Bears want a line change. The Icemen will do the same. Glover in his own zone. Slowly stick handling away, out to center ice, deflected away to Max Fortier, who will forehand it behind the Solar Bear net. Willett loses it behind the net. It comes up high, and a save made by Willett on the one-timer from Fortier at the top of the right circle. 8:56 to go. We will come back in just a moment. It is now Jacksonville 1, Orlando 1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores.
He is getting that puck.
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound.
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
I think that floss just won you some dinner.
It is a 1-1 hockey game between the Jacksonville Icemen and Orlando Solar Bears. 8:56 to go in period number 2. Each team scoring here in this second period. Korostolev, his first for Jacksonville. Tamala, his third for Orlando. The Icemen very nearly regained the lead on that power play, but Marty Willett making a sensational save. As we have the face-off in the Orlando zone, tied up along the wall, again along the far side boards. That's what gave Orlando a penalty a few minutes ago for freezing the puck along the wall. Loose puck comes free for the Solar Bears. It is Rob Mann out of his own zone for Thompson. He'll forehand behind the Jacksonville cage. Holtz taps it around the wall. Peterson looks to get it loose from Clark. Kyle Shapiro steps in, gets the puck loose for Jacksonville. Around the boards for Fortier. Good backhand feed to Rabbit to clear the zone with Jack Glover. Glover from center ice will forehand in. Willett out of his cage, tapping it loose. Glover first on the puck. He stayed in deep, the defenseman did. Fortier looked to pass it for Critchlow, but it was deflected back into the Jacksonville zone. Foot race for the puck. Trey Phillips beats Brent Peterson to it. Spins away from him, plays it off the end boards for Glover. Glover on the left wing side. Jack Glover, long pass ahead for Garrett Hunt. Connects over the blue line with Korostolev. Wrister on net, easily sticked aside by Willett. Korostolev gets the puck free for Jacksonville, looking for Hunt. To the left side, it's Trey Phillips. Closes and fires. It goes wide to the short side. LeBlanc on his backhand, plays it off the boards, and the Solar Bears will play it to center ice. Schoenborn over the blue line, onside with Fogut. Fogut looking to go wide around Korostolev. Comes to the blue line. Wrister on net, save is made. Rebound is loose. Appleby finally will cover it. It was out there for Orlando, but they couldn't get a stick on it. And it's going to end up being a face-off in the Jacksonville zone. The Icemen still without several key players that are up in the American Hockey League. In Manitoba right now, of course, their goaltender, Mikhail Berdin, still up there. Alexi Daou has been up there after about the first half dozen games of the season. Also, Jacob Cedarholm, Justin Woods, Cam McLeese, all called up to Manitoba since the last home game for Jacksonville. And also up to the Cleveland Monsters, Sam Vigneault and Cole Sherwood are back up in Cleveland. The Icemen tonight, their healthy scratches, Eli Lichtenwald and Tyson Fawcett, still on injured reserve since literally opening night for Jacksonville. Blake Kessel along with Matt Ustaski. Back to live play, a backhander from Orlando. It goes wide. It comes off the inboards right back to Appleby, and he will freeze it. Taking a face-off, I believe, to his right with 7:15 to go in period number 2. For Orlando, one of their key offensive players, also up in the American Hockey League, that is Hunter Fegis, who has been kind of a Iceman killer since the end of last season when he was acquired from the Wheeling Nailers. But he is not dressed for this game. He's not with the club up in the American League for the time being. Jacksonville wins this face-off. Wasey Rabbit on the left side, plays it ahead for Mingo. Back to the left for Fortier, couldn't gain the zone. Mingo got hit from behind, no call there. Still tied up right at the penalty boxes, and it comes free for Mingo. Bouncing puck for Fortier, who will forehand behind the Orlando net. Willett plays it there for Donaghy, then leaving it for Brodzinski. Back for Donaghy behind the net. Cody Donaghy to the right side for Tamala, who has the goal for Orlando. Tamala's lead pass connects with Corey Kalk over the blue line. Kalk's centering feed goes off the skate of Mingo. Heavy collision between Shaw and Mingo as a man goes down for Jacksonville. Tamala collects the puck for Orlando. Can't center, however. Stolen by Randolph ahead for Fortier. Out to the neutral zone for Randolph. Kalk knocked it away from him as the Solar Bears take possession in their own zone. Donaghy with Randolph right on his hip. Playing it behind the net for Brodzinski. Fowley was in there as well, forcing the pass out to center ice. Mingo forehanding it right back in. And a line change here for the Icemen. 6:06 to go in period number 2. It is Jacksonville 1, Orlando 1. Brodzinski behind his own net. Long outlet pass, nobody there. They're going to wave off icing, however, saying that it went off a Jacksonville stick blade, apparently. Garrett Hunt knocks it free for Shapiro. To the left side, it's Newbury. Cross ice look for Fowley in the neutral zone. He'll have to drop it back for Shapiro. Shapiro for Jack Glover as it was nearly stolen there by Orlando. Chris Newbury in the neutral zone. Good outlet pass for Fowley. Wrist shot deflected out of play by Manfredo. He had a good look from the left face-off circle, but instead it's going to be a face-off in the Orlando zone. 5:36 to go in period number 2. It remains Jacksonville 1 and Orlando 1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
Face-off will be to the right side of Marty Willett. Shots on goal in this period. Jacksonville with 10, Orlando with 9. Jacksonville also has that one-shot advantage for the contest, 18-17. Orlando clears the zone as we resume live play. Comes back to the Jacksonville end. Held in there by Thompson for the Solar Bears. Rister goes wide to the far post. Comes all the way to the blue line where Manfredo pokes it into the corner. Peterson gives it up to the Icemen. Critchlow will play it to center ice. Garrett Hunt and Mike Manfredo collide there at the red line. Manfredo will forehand in. Could be icing. They'll wave it off, however. Appleby went behind the net to play the puck instead. Softly for Shapiro. Olsen takes the body on him, and it's tied up along the boards near side to the left of Ken Appleby. Critchlow trying to work the puck free, and he does, at least for the moment. Still tied up along the wall. Orlando finally digs it loose, but it comes right to Nikita Korostolev for the Icemen. 2-on-2 with Hunt. Hunt back for Karostelev. It is blocked. Comes back to Hunt in a forehand, and Fogut hit Hunt hard into the post. And Garrett Hunt's going to want a piece of Matthew Fogut, no question about it. Hunt with a great forehand chance on the setup from Karostelev. I don't know if we will have a penalty or not. The arm was not up. And Garrett Hunt will certainly remember who hit him. Number 24, hitting number 24 there. Net came off of its pegs. That's why we had the stoppage in play. The puck was loose, but the net came free. Nikita Karostelev, not only because of the goal, but with that setup as well, another shot that just missed. Everett Clark here for Jacksonville, winning the draw cleanly for Trey Phillips. Phillips with a wrister and a screen. It is blocked up high. Comes for Shane Bourne for the Solar Bears. Out to the Jacksonville blue line. Garrett Cockrell just got it away from Fogut. Looking for Clark. Clark for Fortier. 2-on-2. What a move by Fortier to his forehand side. Centering feed. There's Rabbit. Went off the post. What a play by Fortier to set up Wasey Rabbit, but he hit the post on that feed to the short side of Ouellette. Back comes Orlando. It's Fogut looking to center. Deflects on net. It went off a Jacksonville stick on goal, and needing to be very alert there was Ken Appleby. So each team getting an opportunity. What a play by Max Fortier. Stepped around the defender from the outside in. Then a great saucer pass to Rabbit. Look at the replay. Look at this pass here. Rabbit hitting the post as Ouellette slid out from post to post. He took the low part of the net away. Rabbit had him beat, just couldn't beat the iron. Draw will be to Appleby's right. Ken Appleby, his first home game as a member of the Icemen. Chris Newbury wins the draw for the Icemen. For Mingo, can't clear yet. Shaw holds it in. Mingo will get another opportunity to the right of his goal behind the net. Tapping it loose, trying to set up Cale Detzel. Detzel for Newbury. They'll start the rush forward. Fowley for Newbury. Mingo joins the rush. Fowley is over the blue line. Centering feed deflects up high all the way towards the blue line and out to center ice. And here come the Solar Bears. Shaw, partial breakaway. Slapper goes wide to the short side. He had to take the shot when he did, and he missed the net. We stay 1-1. Detzel and Kalk fight for it along the far side boards in the Jacksonville zone. Poked free by Mingo. Mingo curls away from Shaw. Creates a little extra space. Going cross ice for Chris Newbury. Newbury just standing there. Dropping it a little further back for Detzel. Detzel back for Newbury at his own blue line. Chris Newbury cross ice look for Detzel. Deflected into the zone. No icing here as Orlando is first on the puck and the Icemen complete a line change. Solar Bears have possession at their own blue line. It's Donahue. Wing to wing look tapped into the zone by Peterson. Looking for Holtz rather. Poked away by Jacksonville at the blue line, held in by Orlando despite the protest from Jacksonville, but we will play on. They thought that it had gone over the blue line, but we will play on. Holtz for the Solar Bears. Top of the right circle, near side. Centering feed, all alone, and a save made by Appleby as he went post to post on Manfredo as the defenseman had pinched in from the blue line. Manfredo still with the puck, however. At the left point, it's Manfredo. Loses the handle. Karostelev flips it out to center ice. Garrett Hunt chases after it. Over the blue line, it's the Icemen onside. Hunt for Critchlow. Back for Hunt at the right circle. The trailer is Phillips. Phillips with a wrister. It goes over the crossbar. Bounces over the dasher all the way to the blue line. Held in. A shot by Cockrell goes wide. Behind the net, centering feed. Just knocked away by Orlando at the last possible moment. And skated out of the zone by Peterson. Peterson will forehand in. Wasey Rabbit. Penalty coming here on Jacksonville. Holding is going to be the call against Wasey Rabbit with 2:02 to go in the second period. And a power play here for Orlando. Each team 0 for 3 with a man advantage tonight so far. This is the Solar Bears' fourth opportunity. And with 2:02 on the clock, barring a score or another penalty, Solar Bears will have the power play essentially for the remainder of this period. And that would be just fine by Jacksonville. It would mean that they're no worse than still tied going into the locker room. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll go through the ECHL standings and the scoreboard as well. Meanwhile, power play for the Solar Bears. It's Tamil at the top of the left circle. Leaving it for Holtz, dropping it down low for Peterson. Around the boards we go. Tamil at the near side wall. Driven into the boards by Phillips, who gets the puck loose, knocking it free for Newbury, then for Fowley. Short-handed, it's Fowley, 1-on-2 for now. Going wide on Holtz, sharp angle shot, and a save is made by Willette. And he looked a little shaky with that stop as well with the right pad. Solar Bears back into the zone. Collision on the play. Couple of men go down. One man in particular is Brady Shaw for Orlando as Jacksonville clears the zone. And it looks like we will have a stoppage in play. No. Shaw just now getting up. Will play on. Shaw somehow still in the zone. As the Icemen look to clear, they do not. Donahue with a wrister. It's deflected into the corner. Shaw goes back to his bench as Ken Appleby will freeze the puck. Big time collision. I don't know who it was for Jacksonville, but clearly it was Brady Shaw for Orlando. Drake Barahowski wants a word with the referee. Captain Mike Monfredo for the Solar Bears is talking with Stephen Ruillard, wondering why there was no penalty there on the Icemen, but it was not called and it will not be called. Garrett Hunt is there listening in just in case. Don't know, not. 1:10 remaining on the power play for the Solar Bears. And Ruillard never even gives Drake Barahowski the opportunity for a conversation. Face-off is in the Jacksonville zone. Left side of Jacksonville netminder Ken Appleby, standing 6'4", by the way. Tall, lanky goaltender, 6'4", 205 is Ken Appleby. Solar Bears win the face-off. They will possess. Comes around the boards for Michael Brodzinski at the left point. Playing it down low for Kalk, then behind the net for Fogut. Kalk gets it back. Behind the net for Fogut, back, and a score from Orlando. Banking it off Appleby was Corey Kalk. Went off his skating in. Power play goal for the Solar Bears, and they have their first lead of the night. It is 2-1 Orlando. Time of the goal at 19:08 of period number 2. And a power play for the Solar Bears. Corey Kalk has his third goal of the season. Fogut will get one assist. We'll see if there's another one. And that is a difficult goal to give up for the Icemen. Fogut has the only assist there. 2-1 Solar Bears, 51.8 seconds remaining here in the second period. Team's back at full strength, but the Icemen are trailing here. Trey Phillips over the blue line. Offside is going to be called. Phillips put himself offside there as he overskated the puck. They're actually going to bring the draw all the way back into the Jacksonville zone. They'll call this an intentional offside. It'll be Rabbit against LeBlanc on this faceoff. Jacksonville could really use a home victory here after going winless in 4 games on the road. They certainly don't want to extend that streak here at home as the Solar Bears have the puck in the slot, trying to get the shot away, unable to do so. What a great back check by Garrett Cockrell, not allowing Olsen even to attempt a shot on goal there. Solar Bears do have it in the zone, however, still. Pass comes up high, deflected away by the Icemen, not out yet. Goes back behind the Jacksonville net. Olsen hit into the wall by Phillips, down to 20 seconds to go in the period. Cockrell looks to take the body on Olsen, knocking the puck free, shoveling it over the blue line and out to center ice. Man wristing it right back in. Appleby will block it behind his net, feeding it for Phillips with 7 seconds to go in the period. Trey Phillips into the corner for Jake Randolph. The Icemen will just elect to go into the locker room trailing by a goal here as the horn sounds. Shots on net in that period. Jacksonville had 13 for a 2-period total of 21. Orlando had 11. They have a 2-period total of 19. The Icemen took the lead just 2:37 into that second period. Nikita Karostelev, an unassisted goal for the Icemen, his first as a member of the Icemen. But the Solar Bears even the score on Yanni Tamila's third goal of the season. And in the final minute, a power play goal from Corey Kalk, his third of the year, making it a 2-1 score. So Orlando with some momentum, scoring in the final minute of that second period. We'll see if the Icemen can halt that momentum and gain some of their own in the final 20 minutes of play. We will return in a few minutes. We'll come down with the ECHL standings and scoreboard during this second intermission. It's 2-1 Solar Bears after 2 periods of play You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 31st season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank everyone in attendance for your support of ECHL hockey. The ECHL would also like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, the official signage provider; BFL Canada Risk and Insurance; and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2019 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. The Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Coco 5, the official hydration beverage of the ECHL; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Howie's Hockey Tape, the official hockey tape and lace provider; in Glasgow, the official puck provider; Warrior, the official protective wear provider; and the Fairley Group, the official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live ECHL action in high definition by logging on to ECHL.TV.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
We're back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. 2-1 as you score. The Orlando Solar Bears have the lead. All the scoring in that second period of play. Jacksonville taking a 1-0 lead from Nikita Karastolev, only to have Orlando reverse that and take a one-goal advantage of their own, taking the lead in the final minute of that second period. Let's move now to the ECHL standings. Again, it's been more than a couple of weeks since we've had a home game here, so haven't been able to keep you up to date with what's going on with the standings. They have changed, rather drastically, I might add, and not the way that the Icemen would like, at least over the last couple of weeks. Long season, a lot of things can change, as Jacksonville, after the game tonight, I believe will hit the 1/3 post of the regular season. So let's go to the South Division first. The Florida Everblades who were down in around 4th or 5th place or so, have reeled off 11 straight games with at least a point. They are 9-0-2 in their last 11. And just like that, it is the Florida Everblades, same as it ever was for them. First place in the South Division. Now 14-5-4 for the Everblades. They have 32 points in the South Division. That is 4 points clear of everybody else. Second place all alone for now is the South Carolina Stingrays. 14-11 for the Stingrays. No overtime or shootout losses for them. They have 28 points on the season. The Stingrays have a 1-point lead over the Icemen in the standings right now. Jacksonville sits in 3rd place in the South Division. 13 wins, 9 losses, 1 overtime loss for the Icemen for 27 points. So the Icemen just 1 point behind South Carolina. Keep in mind the Icemen have also played 2 fewer games than the Stingrays. So with those 2 games in hand, it's actually the Icemen have a higher winning percentage over South Carolina. They just currently are 1 point behind them in the standings. Rounding out the bottom 4 in the South, the Norfolk Admirals just 1 point behind Jacksonville. Norfolk at 12-10-1-1 on the season for 26 points. The Orlando Solar Bears sit in 5th place. That's tonight's opponent. Orlando 11-9-2 on the year for the Solar Bears. They have 24 points. They're currently 3 points behind the Icemen in the standings, trying to draw within 1 point, depending on the outcome of this contest, of course. And in the final 2 in the South, it's the Greenville Swamp Rabbits in 6th place. 10 wins, 14 losses, 3 overtime losses. They have 23 points on the season. And the Atlanta Gladiators, Friday's opponent for the Icemen, currently in 7th place and last in the South. 5 wins, 12 losses, 4 overtime losses for Atlanta for 14 points. We'll go through the rest of the standings. We got plenty of time, I suppose. Let's go through the rest of it. Northern Conference or Northern Division in the Eastern Conference, I should say, as they've been really since about the 2-week part of the season, about 10 games into the season. The expansion Newfoundland Growlers in first place in the North Division still. They have a 6-point cushion in first as well. Newfoundland at 17 wins, 8 losses, 1 overtime loss. In second place, it's the Adirondack Thunder. 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2 shootout losses for the Thunder. They have 29 points, again, 6 points behind Newfoundland. In third place in the North, it's the Brampton Beast. 12 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss for 27 points. In fourth place, the Reading Royals. 10 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime losses, 4 shootout losses for Reading. They have 26 points on the season. Really bottled up both divisions, North and South Division. I'll give you a stat in just a minute with that, but let's round out this division here. The Maine Mariners, another expansion team, they are in 5th place. 12-10-0-1 for them for 25 points. Manchester Monarchs sit in 6th place at 11-9-1-1 for 24 points. And the Worcester Railers in last place in the East right now, but still very much in the thick of things. 10 wins, 11 losses, 3 overtime losses for them for 23 points. To give you an idea of how tight both of these divisions are, in the South Division, which is Jacksonville's division, currently 5 points separate 2nd through 6th place. You know, that's 5 teams in the standings separated by 5 points. And in the North Division, really even tighter than that. 2nd through 7th place, last place, separated by only 6 points. So many things can happen. There's a long way to go in this season. And at some point, a couple of these teams are going to try and pull away, and a couple of other teams are just going to fall behind. Quickly to the Western Conference, where it's not nearly as tight as it is in the Eastern Conference. Central Division, Cincinnati Cyclones now in first place. They've taken first away from the Toledo Walleye. Cincinnati at 15-5-2-1 for 33 points. Nearly identical record with Toledo, who is 15-5-2-0 for 32 points. Toledo has an 8-point gap over third place Fort Wayne. The Comets at 12-10-0-0 for 24 points. The Indy Fuel are in fourth place at 11-12-0-0 for 22 points. And a tie for 5th and last in the Central Division between the Kalamazoo Wings and Wheeling Nailers, both of them with 19 points on the season. And finally, to the Mountain Division we go, where the Utah Grizzlies are in first place. 14 wins, 4 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. They have 32 points. That is 1 point ahead of the Tulsa Oilers. Tulsa at 13-6-3-2 for 31 points. And in turn, just 1 point behind Tulsa, the third place Kansas City Mavericks. They are 14-5, 1-1 for 30 points. In fourth place, a team that the Icemen faced a couple of weekends ago, the Idaho Steelheads. They are 12-9, 1-2 for 27 points. They're actually in a tie for fourth with the Rapid City Rush. Rapid City at 11 wins, 11 losses, 2 overtime losses, 3 shootout losses. And the bottom two in the Mountain Division, the Wichita Thunder at 11-9, 3-1 for 26 points. And the Allen Americans having a tough season. They are 6-18, 0-2 with 14 points on the year. We will take a break and come back in just a little bit. We'll go through the ECHL scoreboard. It is the Icemen trailing 2-1 to the Orlando Solar Bears. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jax. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena, feel the chill of winter, and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin.
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. It is 2-1 Solar Bears with the lead over the Icemen after 2 periods of play. The Icemen looking for a comeback victory tonight. Those have been hard to come by for Jacksonville this year. They have not trailed after 2 periods all that often, honestly, only 6 times. The problem? They have no points to show for it. No overtime, no wins of any kind. They are 0-6 this year. I do believe, however, that this is the kind of game that plays into a potential comeback for Jacksonville. Honestly, even though they are trailing, I think the Icemen have played quite well in this game. Marty Willett has been very sharp in goal for Orlando, but that doesn't mean that it will continue that way. Keep pressuring the net, see what happens, and I'll predict it right now. I think that the Icemen will earn their first points when trailing after 2 periods tonight, hopefully in victory fashion. Back to the ECHL scoreboard. Got a handful of games tonight. 9 games total, quite a few games, in fact, around the ECHL. Only one other one, however, involving a South Division team, 2 of them actually. The South Carolina Stingrays are hosting the Atlanta Gladiators. That is a game that certainly has some meaning for the Icemen, with South Carolina specifically. And the Stingrays do have a lead. It is 1-0 South Carolina on a goal from Cam Askew. That is after 2 periods of play, same spot where we are here. They're just about to begin their 3rd period. South Carolina looking to stay ahead of the Icemen in the standings. If they do win that game, they would guarantee staying in 2nd place in the South Division. Other scores around the league, the Newfoundland Growlers have already won. Remember, they're in a different time zone all the way up in the northeast of Canada. The Growlers winning 5-2 over the Maine Mariners tonight. Elsewhere, the Wheeling Nailers have a 2-1 lead at home over the Allen Americans. 15 minutes to go in the 3rd period of that game. The Worcester Railers have a 3-1 advantage at home over the Manchester Monarchs. 15 minutes to go in the 3rd period of that contest. After 2 periods of play, it's the Kalamazoo Wings with a 2-1 lead at the Brampton Beast. Big game between the Cincinnati Cyclones and the Tulsa Oilers tonight. First place in the Central Division against 2nd place in the Mountain Division. Cincinnati has the lead 2-1 over Tulsa. That is as the 2nd period is coming to a close. 2 other games tonight that are out in the Mountain Time Zone. The Utah Grizzlies will host the Rapid City Rush, and the Idaho Steelheads are hosting the Kansas City Mavericks. Neither of those games have started just yet. They're set to start in about 10 or 15 minutes or so. Both teams stepping onto the ice right now. Solar Bears, in fact, have already taken their spots on the bench as the Icemen are just now coming onto the ice for some warm-ups. Teams will begin this 3rd period at full strength. The Icemen giving up a power play goal in the final minute of that 2nd period. And we'll see what the Icemen can do to wrestle the momentum back from that goal. You always talk about those kind of goals creating momentum for a team. Well, it only creates momentum if you continue on. It doesn't always work out that way. As we'll get some highlights. Here's the goal from Nikita Karostalev. What a laser beam of a snapshot that was, as you get another look at it here from the right circle. Beat Willett cleanly to the stick side, went against the grain on that shot. Karostalev with another opportunity there that Willett just got a piece of with the right skate. The Icemen also hit a post in this period. As you look at Garrett Cockrell with an opportunity there. Here's that move from Max Fortier setting up Wasey Rabbit, who banked it right off the post. And Orlando getting the goal in the final minute. I don't think they'll show that one. Why would we show that one here in Jacksonville after all? The Icemen getting ready for the 3rd period. They'll be skating from my left to my right. They'll start with Chris Newbury at center, Jake Randolph on the left wing, Cody Fowley on the right side. Kyle Shapiro and Jack Glover are your defensemen. Puck is down. Solar Bears have control. And it is the Icemen now with it at the red line. Randolph tried to clear in. It was broken up by the Solar Bears. They'll skate out to center ice and feed it to the right side for Thompson. Thompson with a wrister deflects right into the slot, swept away by Shapiro at the last moment. Brodzinski holds it in. Behind the net goes by Thompson. Glover shovels it up on the backhand. Can't clear it out just yet. Glover gets it right back, feeding it to the right side for Newbury, who goes back into his own zone, flipped it to an open wing. He thought Shapiro was there. He was not. Shapiro instead with a long outlet pass. It connects with Randolph. Randolph for Fowley over the blue line. Loses it to Brodzinski. Man goes down. Jacksonville looks for the steal. They cannot keep it in the zone. Thompson instead for the Solar Bears. Looking for Peterson. Brent Peterson on his backhand at the left wing faceoff circle. To the line for Monfredo. His slapper is deflected into the corner. Thompson leaves it there for Kalk, who has the go-ahead goal in this game. Kalk trying to strip it loose. Randolph knocks it free for Mingo behind the net. Stolen there by Orlando. Centering feed. Goes by Shaw at the blue line, held in by the Solar Bears. Shaw again with a wrister, goes wide. Wasn't sure if Shaw was going to come back. He took a big hit earlier in that 2nd period. And here comes Shaw to the forehand side. Can't get the shot away. Back checking from Karostalev. Just knocked it loose, but some pressure here from Orlando. Wrister and a screen is deflected behind the net by Wasey Rabbit. Detzel on his forehand tries to tap it loose, but the Solar Bears still with possession And the Icemen are tired here. They need a whistle. Manfredo behind the net. Mingo tries to tap it loose. Gets it loose for Karastolev. Finally, the Icemen get it out to center ice. Fowley at the red line will forehand in. He'll head to the bench for a line change. Willett playing it to the blue line. Tamala knocks it free for Fogut. Cross ice look for Manfredo. He'll forehand it in over the crossbar of Appleby. Trey Phillips first on it for Jacksonville. He is double teamed immediately. Knocked it into the corner. Tamala can't get a centering pass away. Phillips knocks it loose, plays it to the red line. Orlando right back in control. Knocked into the zone by Sosanoff. Phillips has it back behind his net. Trey Phillips going to the left side for Critchlow. He's got some space over the blue line. Gives a big hit on McGurty. McGurty thought he was going to be the one giving the hit. Instead, he kind of received it more than anything else as the Icemen look to forecheck. Hunt takes the body on McGurty. Sosanoff plays it up the boards. It is poked into the corner by Fortier. Hustling after it, there's Garrett Hunt. Big hit on Sosanoff, but the Solar Bears get it out to center ice. Shapiro with a great hit on LeBlanc, separating him from the puck as Glover chips it up the glass and out to the neutral zone. We have a penalty coming here. It's going to be on Jacksonville, I believe, as LeBlanc slow to get up. Cross-checking is the call, and Shapiro really wants a piece of Chris LeBlanc. But I think this is going to be a power play for the Solar Bears. And the Icemen, something they can ill afford, down a goal and now down a man as well. But Shapiro's going to be the man going to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Shapiro certainly not happy with the call. I don't think Jason Christie is either. Him and Max Markowitz staring at the referee, both of them from long distance from the bench. But the Icemen now have a very important penalty kill here, just to stay down by 1. Newbury and Fowley are the penalty killers. And Newbury wins the draw from Mingo, who will clear it out. Willett will leave the puck for Brodzinski. Newbury is in deep to forecheck. Play goes off the end board. Solar Bears still have it. Brodzinski. Flip pass for Manfredo out of the zone. Gains center ice before forehanding in. Goes by Appleby all the way around the boards to the far side wall. Detzel tries to poke it loose for Fowley, who turns and fires it 200 feet. Willett will play it forward for Brodzinski, who in turn just skates right back behind the net. The Icemen get a change on lines. Garrett Hunt and Cam Critchlow now penalty killing. Solar Bears tap it into the zone. Garrett Cockrell will be on the puck first. Turns to his forehand side and fires it out. Manfredo got a piece of it with the stick, but not enough to hold it in. Willett leaving the puck for Cody Donahue. Garrett Hunt and Critchlow still out there penalty killing as the Solar Bears tap it into the zone. Cockrell and Peterson fight for it. Cockrell knocks it loose for Glover, who will loft it high into the air and out. This is a great penalty kill thus far from Jacksonville. Still 50 seconds to go on this power play, though. Donahue behind his own net for the Solar Bears. Headmanning it for Tamala. Tamala over the blue line. Phillips knocks it away but does not clear. Donahue plays it around the wall. It comes up high. Mingo first on the puck. Possible shorthanded break. Mingo up the right side. Can't get the shot away. Centering pass comes to Phillips, who cannot get the shot away. Phillips tried to center. Willett got a piece of it. And the Icemen nearly converted on the shorthanded bid, but Phillips couldn't kick it onto his stick as Appleby makes the save. And it's going to be turned and fired out of the zone by Jacksonville, back out to center ice. Down to 13 seconds to go on this power play. Holtz will backhand into the zone. Phillips tries to clear out. Peterson takes it away from him. Wrister on net. Appleby makes the save, and he will freeze it. Draw will come to his left side. 5 seconds to go on this power play for the Solar Bears. Excellent penalty kill here from Jacksonville, and nearly another shorthanded bid. The Icemen had 2 great shorthanded chances in about the opening 2-3 minutes of the game. But Marty Willett made 2 sensational saves there. This time the Icemen just couldn't get the shot on net. But they had a 2-on-1 breakout shorthanded. Jacksonville wins this face-off. They play it up the right side. Fowley gets it out to center ice. Teams are back at full strength as the Solar Bears play it into the zone. Appleby leaves the puck behind his net for Glover. Off the end boards for Detzel. Orlando looks for a steal, and they have it. To the blue line for Manfredo. Manfredo reverses it around the wall to the opposite wing. LeBlanc does the exact same thing. Back to the near side we go. Manfredo tapping it behind the net. Orlando with some cycling work done. Centering feed. Olsen couldn't get a stick on it. Fortier shovels it out and ahead for Cody Fowley. Fowley forehands it into the left side of Ouellette. He'll head to the bench for a change. 14:28 to go in the third period. It is still Orlando 2, Jacksonville 1. Jacksonville with the puck in their own end. Trey Phillips starting the rush. Up the left side, gets away from Tamala. Indirect pass for Critchlow to the blue line, but that is it. Orlando picks it off from there. Cockrell knocks it loose for Critchlow. Solar Bears get it back, only to give it up to Cockrell. High flip into the zone. It bounces right to the Icemen for Garrett Hunt. Hunt then loses it. McGurty plays it out to center ice, and Jacksonville will be forced to clear it in instead. Sosanoff for the Solar Bears at 6'9". Leaves it for Tamala. Spins away from Hunt's forecheck. Drops it back to Sosanoff. To the right side, it's McGurty. Tossing it into the air. This is going to be called icing against the Solar Bears. And the draw will come back into the Orlando zone. 13:41 to go in the third period. Jacksonville looking for the equalizer here in this third frame. Looking to see if Colton Veloso is on the bench for Jacksonville. I don't believe he is. He took a wicked hit in the second period. I do not expect him back. Jacksonville wins the draw. Rister on net, and the save is made by Ouellette. That shot from Jack Glover, hoping for a screen in front that never did come. We'll take a break. 13:38 to go in the third period. It's the Solar Bears 2, the Icemen 1. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey.
Get the best home buying experience you'll ever have. Call our 24/7 mortgage hotline at 904-371-8150. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank. Equal housing lender. Wishing for a new car? Community First lets you delay your first payment for 90 days and has some of the lowest rates around. Learn more at communityfirstfl.org or stop by a branch near you. Community First, love where you bank.
Hey fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2018-19 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC, mobile, and OTT devices. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action.
Icemen down by a goal. Face off in the offensive end. Chris Newbury against Yanni Tamala. Newbury wins it cleanly for Jack Glover. Rister never reached the net. It comes up high for the Solar Bears. Possible 3-on-2 for Orlando. Shaw over the blue line. Rister on net. Stick save is made. No rebound. We'll have a face-off back in the Jacksonville zone. Draw will come to Ken Appleby's right. Shots on net. Still a slight advantage for Jacksonville at 22-20. Shots on goal have been very tight throughout this contest. The Icemen looking for a way to erase this deficit. They could really use 2 points, preferably in regulation, but at least the victory somehow, some way. Newbury against Tamala on another faceoff, this time in the Jacksonville zone. Still waiting for the drop of the puck. Neither centerman like it, but the puck has not been dropped yet. Now it comes down, and it is Orlando taking it away. Rister on net, deflected on goal, and a save made by Appleby with the right pad. Remember that save on the deflection from Corey Kalk as the Icemen get it to center ice and clear it in. Brodzinski first on it for the Solar Bears. He's got some time for the moment anyway. Plays it off the end boards for Donaghy. Critchlow steps in. Tamala back into his own zone for Donaghy. Tosses it high into the air. Out to center ice, bouncing puck there. Who's going to take it? Nobody yet. Shaw finally for Orlando, taps it into the Jacksonville zone. Mingo behind his own cage. Good stick handling there on a double team, then gives it up. Solar Bears get the steal. Mingo gets it right back, tripped up on the play, no call. Solar Bears still with it. Poke check from Jacksonville. Mingo looks to knock it away from Tamala. Tamala in the right wing corner, playing it behind the net for Corey Kalk. Detzel takes the body on him. Excellent play there by Detzel as Critchlow shovels it up the right side for Cody Fowley. Fowley plays it into the Orlando end, and a line change here for the Icemen. 12:24 to go in the third period. 2-1 Solar Bears. Orlando trying to spring somebody loose for a breakaway, but the Icemen were there defensively. Comes loose in the neutral zone for Shaneborn. Shaneborn into the zone. He's got some space. Rister on net, and a save is made by Appleby. No rebound there. Faceoff comes to his right. Alex Shaneborn getting that chance for Orlando. Appleby's made a couple of key saves here in this third period. Fogut against Wasey Rabbit on this draw this time. Right off the draw, Shaneborn's shot is blocked by Fortier. Manfredo gets it back. Rister on net. Stick save is made by Appleby. Comes up high. Shaneborn with a drive. It goes off the end boards wide to the short side. Cockrell looks to clear. He can't do it yet. Shot from the blue line goes wide. Centering feed from Orlando. Rister goes wide from Shaneborn. Great pressure here from the Solar Bears, and a score from Orlando. Matthew Fogut gets the goal. And it is 3-1 Solar Bears with 11:47 to go. Fogut gets the goal set up right on the doorstep. That was a great pass to Fogut, who was right at the goal line extended. Appleby couldn't get from post to post in time. And Matthew Fogut has his 7th goal of the season. Time of the goal at 8:13. And this comeback has just gotten that much harder. Mann gets the assist as the Icemen take it into the zone. It's Fowley playing it behind the Orlando net. Randolph can't get there first. Sosanoff tries to stick handle away from Randolph, and he does, backhanding it up the wall, and the Solar Bears clear out of the zone. Mann and Shaneborn will get the assists as Jacksonville gets it behind the Orlando net. Solar Bears looks to clear. Fowley holds it in. Into the corner we go, but Solar Bears have it there. Mitch Holtz stick handling away from Fowley. He's over the blue line. Holtz, left wing circle, centering feed deflected wide by Olsen. Glover plays it up the wall, far side, held in by the Solar Bears. They'll swing it around to the opposite wing, where Kyle Shapiro is there. Pass comes to Randolph, then for Fowley. Fowley chips it in on the forehand. McGurdy first on the puck there for Orlando. Miles McGurdy behind his own net. Garrett Hunt waiting at the top of the circles as McGurdy plays it up the right side. This will be called icing against the Solar Bears. 10:39 to go in the third period, and the Icemen now down 3-1. Orlando has reeled off 3 unanswered goals. 2 in the second period, 1 in the third. And Jacksonville really needs a goal to get some momentum back and then take their chances in the closing minutes. Still plenty of time. But more than anything, they just like a little momentum here. Faceoff will come to Marty Willette's right side. Cam Critchlow against Taylor Thompson on this draw. Critchlow looking to win it back to Dejan Mingo. Wasey Rabbit is on this line with Critchlow and Garrett Hunt. Orlando wins the draw. They clear it out, icing again. So we'll come right back into the zone. Not sure if I see Everett Clark on the bench either for Jacksonville. Looks like the Icemen are pretty short-handed. It looks like definitely not a full bench right now. Yeah, they are 2 men short, just counting the numbers. No Veloso, no Clark for the Icemen on the bench. Jacksonville wins the draw. Wasey Rabbit behind the net for Garrett Hunt. Hunt to the right wing corner. Goes to the blue line for Detzel, but it jumps over his stick and comes out. And a penalty coming. I think this is going to be on Orlando. High sticking is the call. And this is something that could certainly work for the Icemen. High sticking is the call against Orlando. It's possible it's on their goaltender. Thompson goes into the box for Orlando. I'm not sure if the penalty is going to be on Thompson or on Willette. I think it will call it on Thompson. And this is something that the Icemen desperately needed, was another power play opportunity to try and draw within 1. 10:22 to go in the third period. Jacksonville trailing 3-1. The Icemen have Chris Newbury, Cody Fowley, and Jake Randolph up front. Dejan Mingo and Jack Glover at the blue line. Draws to Willette's right side. Newbury is tossed out of the draw. Fowley will have to take it instead. Corey Blankworth, for Orlando, wins the draw. Shaneborn looks to clear, tapped away by Randolph. Donahue tries to clear, but it's held in by Newbury. To the blue line for Mingo, winds and fires. Save is made, no rebound. As Willette was able to see that one cleanly and just drop down to his knees and allow that slapper to go into his midsection. But another total air care power play for the Icemen. They are 0 for 3 tonight. Remember, Orlando has the last ranked penalty kill in the league. This is an area where you can expose them, and the Icemen certainly need to here. Jacksonville wins the draw. Jack Glover, right circle. Rister on net and another save without a rebound. Fowley was there creating a screen, but Willette was able to see it nonetheless. The Icemen quickly come out with a line change here. Cam Critchlow steps onto the ice with Max Fortier and Nikita Korostolev. Wasey Rabbit is at the blue line as a fourth forward. Garrett Cockrell also on the ice for Jacksonville. Critchlow takes the draw against Chris LeBlanc. Solar Bears win it, but they do not clear it. It's Cockrell for Rabbit, back for Cockrell. To the right circle for Korostolev. Korostolev still holding. To the line for Cockrell. To the left side, we move it. Wasey Rabbit at the left circle. To the right side for Korostolev. Snapshot goes just wide. Comes for the Solar Bears, who will play it around the boards and out. It was well set up, but Korostolev missed the net there. Still a minute 19 to go on this power play. Garrett Cockrell circles the back of his cage. Feeds it to the right for Max Fortier. Fortier is over the blue line with speed, going wide on Brodzinski. Taps it back for Korostolev. To the blue line for Cockrell. Left side, it's Rabbit. Rabbit spins away from a man. Still maintains possession. Cockrell at the blue line. Rister is blocked. Bounces towards the right point for Korostolev. Playing it around the boards behind the net. Critchlow got hit from behind. Couldn't get the centering pass away. And the Solar Bears will clear the zone. 9:08 to go in the third period. Still 44 seconds left on this power play for Jacksonville. They'll come back to the Newbury line with Randolph and Fowley. Newbury can't connect with the pass. Trickles into the Orlando zone, and the Solar Bears play it back out to center ice. Newbury to the right side for Glover. 26 seconds to go on the power play. Cody Fowley carries it into the zone on the right side. Taps it back to the blue line for Glover. Cross ice look for Dejan Mingo, and the Icemen set up again. Newbury, cross ice look. It's deflected into the corner. Glover holds it in. Looking for Fowley in the right wing corner. Poked away by Orlando and cleared. And that will do it. 6 seconds to go on the power play. The puck is behind the Jacksonville net. The Icemen now 0 for 4 on the power play as Thompson comes out of the penalty box. We skate 5-on-5. Dejan Mingo for the Icemen over the blue line. Curls at the circle. Feeds it for Newbury. Slapper on net, and a glove save is made by Marty Willette. No rebound, and we will take a break. 8 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the third period. It's Orlando 3, Jacksonville 1. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.
A cool change is in the air, and professional hockey is back in Jacks. The Jacksonville Icemen are scoring goals and thrilling fans all season long. Tickets start at just $10 for an incredible game day experience. Come on out to Veterans Memorial Arena. Feel the chill of winter and watch the puck drop. The legacy begins now. JacksIcemen.com.
NHL players have amazing talent, and some of the very best developed right here in the ECHL.
Beagles in, he scores!
Now, follow all your favorite ECHL alumni every night on NHL Network's primetime hockey show, NHL Tonight.
Both teams recognize how big this matchup is.
Fire save by Dubin. Rebound!
Goosebump stuff.
NHL Tonight, every night 6 Eastern on NHL Network.
The Icemen down by a pair. They've got to hustle and try and get back within one here. Still time to go, but they could really use a goal in the next few minutes. Solar Bears win the draw in their own zone. They'll skate out to center ice. Sosanoff, the big 6'9 defenseman, skates it all the way into the corner. He got drilled into the corner by Garrett Cockrell. Great hit there by Cockrell, but the Solar Bears maintain possession. It's Brent Peterson dropping the puck. Fortier nearly got the steal. He might have skated in towards the Orlando net had he gotten it. Instead, we play it into the corner. He was behind the Jacksonville net. Cockrell tries to tap it away from a man, feeding it up the right side for Fortier. Head-manning it for Garrett Hunt. Has it poked loose by the Solar Bears. Hits Sosnoff, cross ice look for McGurty. Using the boards for Peterson, but it jumps over his stick, and it will be called icing against the Solar Bears. 7.5 minutes to go in the third period. And the Icemen down by a pair. Don't forget, 2 more games at home this weekend. Friday night against the Atlanta Gladiators, and Saturday night versus the first place Florida Everblades. That game on Saturday is Guns and Hoses night and the Ugly Sweater night. A lot going on that game on Saturday. Face-off is 7:30 on Friday night against Atlanta, 7 o'clock on Saturday night against Florida. Icemen win the face-off in the offensive zone. Randolph will play it behind the net for Wasey Rabbit. Rabbit on his backhand, tries to cut into the slot. It goes to the line for Mingo, and a drive is blocked by the Solar Bears and cleared out by Holtz. Jacksonville right back into the zone. They're going to call it offside. Randolph thought that he had already cleared the zone, but Cole Rui saying not the case. So we'll go outside the Solar Bears blue line with this face-off with 7:07 to go. Updating the score in South Carolina, the Atlanta Gladiators have drawn even with South Carolina. It's a 2-2 hockey game now. 4 minutes to go in that game. Looking at a possible overtime. Orlando has possession. Brodzinski for Donahue. Feeding it for Tamala. Tamala knocks it loose for Corey Kalk, who gets it into the Jacksonville end. Chris Newbury plays it around the wall. Comes to the near side for Cam Critchlow. Critchlow can't clear yet. Bouncing puck. Critchlow gets it right back. Feeding it to the left side for Newbury. It did go out of the zone. The Icemen, however, have to track it down behind their own net after an Orlando clear-in. Glover backhands it up the wall. Finding Hunt. Orlando man falls down on the play as Kyle Shapiro takes the puck for the Icemen. To the red line before backhanding into the zone. Garrett Hunt will move into forecheck as the rest of his teammates get a line change. Solar Bears easily out of the zone, however. Tamala gains the blue line of Jacksonville. Drop pass for Shaw. Wrister towards net is blocked by Max Fortier. And the Icemen forward will come up the middle in his own zone. Picking up some speed over the blue line is Fortier. Looking to go it alone. Shot on net and the save is made. What a play. Individual effort there from Fortier as the Icemen get the puck back. It's Mingo fanning on his shot. Knocks it loose for Fortier. Back for Mingo. Score! Dejan Mingo cuts the deficit down to 1. It's a 3-2 hockey game. 5:56 to go in the third. Still plenty of time here. As Mingo connects for his 6th goal of the season. Max Fortier was all over the ice on that shift as you look at the replay. Fortier with a behind-the-back pass to Mingo, who beats Marty Willett 5-hole. Couldn't drop down to his knees in time, and it is a 1-goal hockey game. Mingo from Fortier at 14:04 of the third period. And the Icemen now are back within striking distance. Here's Joe Massa with your goal call.
Assisted by number 16, Maxime Fortier. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 4 seconds. Once again, your Iceman goal scored by number 10, Dejan Mingo. Assisted by number 16, Max Fortier. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 4 seconds.
And we will take a TV timeout here, media timeout, our final one. It is a 3-2 contest now. Dejan Mingo cutting the deficit in half. You're listening to Jacksonville Icemen Hockey on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com.
If you feel that passion is just a start, if you think practice is never over, if you believe speed limits are just for highways, and Saturday mornings aren't made for cartoons, if you try, fail, learn, laugh, repeat, compete, respect, and unite, then you belong on our team. Join now at team.ccmhockey.com.
What is your role in the fight against cancer? The answer could be as simple as driving your car. For many cancer patients, getting to and from treatment is one of their toughest challenges. The American Cancer Society needs volunteer drivers to help provide transportation for people in your community. Through the gift of a lift in your car, you can help patients take one more step in the road to recovery. Get in the driver's seat in the fight against cancer. To find out more, call your American Cancer Society at 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org.
Face off in the Jacksonville end as we come back. Draws to Ken Appleby's left-hand side. He's standing at the top of his crease as the Solar Bears win the draw. The Icemen down just by one now. Dejan Mingo has just made it a 3-2 contest. Jacksonville looks to clear it, goes off the linesman and stays in play. Centering feed, knocked in front and a right pad save by Appleby on the forehand from Holtz. Jacksonville gets the rebound and skates out to center ice. Fortier looking for Mingo on the pass. It was stolen and cleared in by Orlando. Appleby feeds it for Glover, outletting it for Wasey Rabbit. Cross ice look, it's deflected in by Dejan Mingo. Mingo looks to be playing forward here as Orlando plays it out of play. They say it deflected off the glass and out, so no penalty against the Solar Bears here. Just a face-off in the Solar Bear end. Remember, Jacksonville is without two forwards. Both lost in the second period. Colton Veloso and Everett Clark, both seemingly gone for the remainder of this game. So Dejan Mingo is playing forward here for Jacksonville. Currently on the bench is Mingo, but he is definitely playing forward for the remainder of this game at least. Newbury, Randolph, and Karostalev are the forwards. Randolph will have to take this draw. It's to the left side of Marty Willett. Yanni Tamala taking the draw for Orlando. And Newbury with Randolph wins it. It's Randolph trying to spin away from a double team behind the Orlando net. Tamala takes it away and skates free from Chris Newbury, feeding it up the right side, and the Solar Bears play it into the zone. Garrett Cockrell just to the right of his goal. Going wing to wing for Trey Phillips. Outlet pass deflects to Newbury. He handles it well. He's over the blue line onside. Drop pass. Slap shot is blocked in front. Man goes down. Loose puck there as the Solar Bears skate out with it. Over the blue line is Corey Kalk. Kalk at the right circle. Rister goes wide. Deflects up high. Jacksonville still with it. We play on. The man who was hurt there for Orlando was Brady Shaw as the Icemen take it into the zone. Randolph couldn't get the shot on. Gets it right back to his forehand. Glove save by Marty Willett. That was labeled for the top corner. Looking to even the score, and Willett was able to make the stop with 4:12 to go. It remains 3-2 Solar Bears. Looked like that one had the range. As you look at the replay here, Jake Randolph getting the chance right in the slot, just 30 feet away, but Willett making the glove save. Jacksonville wins this face-off. It is Glover with a wrister that is blocked in front. Orlando looks to clear out. LeBlanc on his backhand side over the glove of the jumping Jack Glover and into the Jacksonville zone. Shaneborn first on the puck, but he is drilled into the boards by Kyle Shapiro. Solar Bears get it back. Monfredo with a wrister that is deflected off the glass. Orlando still in possession, looking to center. It goes off a skate, and back to the Orlando zone we go. Monfredo first on the puck. Hunt and Fowley are into forecheck. Shapiro goes down well off the play. Fans, I think, wanting a penalty call, but there is none coming. Jacksonville gains possession. We're down to 3 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the third period. The Icemen trailing 3-2. Glover with a long outlet pass. Pinned up along the boards right by the Orlando penalty box right now. Mingo has it pinned up there, trying to knock it free. Still waiting to see. Jacksonville doesn't want this time to keep ticking down, but valuable seconds are being taken off the clock here. Still tied up along the wall. This is in the neutral zone. Let's just get it moving here, guys. Finally, it comes free, and it goes back into the Solar Bear end. Orlando has it there, but that probably wasted about 15 seconds or so. As the Solar Bears clear it into the zone, this will be called icing against Orlando. 2:56 remaining in the third period. The Icemen trailing 3-2. And even though there's still 2:56 left, I will say it now, let's keep an eye on goaltender Ken Appleby. Head coach Jason Christie has been known to pull his netminder very early in certain situations. Not necessarily in a one-goal deficit, so it may not happen right now, but just the same, be wary of it. Draw is in the Solar Bear end. Cockrell pinches in, trying to hold it in his own, and he does. Rister goes wide, comes off the end boards for Newbury. Newbury cannot center. Solar Bears get it back, and they'll stick handle out to center ice. Cockrell forehands it right back in. Delayed offside is now waved off as the Solar Bears pitchfork it out to center. Holtz in control there for Orlando. Mitch Holtz forehanding it in behind the Jacksonville net. Trey Phillips in control, leaving it for Newbury. Newbury around the back wall for Garrett Cockrell. Back off the end boards for Newbury on the left wing side. 2:21 to go. Newbury fans on his clear out attempt, and it's held in by Orlando. Going around the man to the forehand and a score. Corey Koch gets the goal, and it is 4-2 Solar Bears with 2:13 to go. That was a killer. Orlando got the steal at the blue line. Koch stepped around the man and drilled a snapshot by Ken Appleby. Koch going low to the glove side for that one. Time of the goal, 17:47. Koch's second of the game, fourth of the season. One assist on the play to Tamala. And the Icemen skating into the Orlando zone quickly. It's Fortier. Shot on net softly. Willett makes the stop. And at the whistle, Rabbit gets into a fight with Alex Shaneborn. And Wasey Rabbit's going toe-to-toe with Alex Shaneborn. Rabbit with a right hand on Shaneborn. Shaneborn tries to come back. Wasey Rabbit in the fight here with Shaneborn. Gets a right hand away at the back of Shaneborn's head. Gets another one away. And now Rabbit's pounding away at the back of Alex Shaneborn's head. Taking him down. Finally, the linesman will come in and separate. And I think that fight from Wasey Rabbit was not just to wake up the Icemen for this game, but also in general for the games moving forward as well. Time to create a bit of a spark as you look at the replay, and Wasey Rabbit just pounding away at the back of Alex Shaneborn's head. Looks like it's going to be 5 minutes for fighting. Each will not affect manpower on the ice. On that whistle, Ken Appleby skated towards the bench for a sixth attacker. So we'll see if the Icemen can find a way to nail a couple by Marty Willett in these final 2 minutes and change. Appleby actually now goes back onto the ice. Not really in goal. He's kind of waiting between the hash marks. I think he might be waiting to see if Jacksonville wins the face-off first. Fortier on the draw for the Icemen. 5 minutes apiece for fighting as the Icemen win the draw. Appleby now does skate to the bench and a slap shot stick to side by Willett. Rebound for Mingo. Along the far side boards, Mingo trying to play it back to the blue line. He does get it free for Cockrell. Bouncing puck. Foggett takes over for the Solar Bears, clearing it up the boards, not out yet. Orlando gets another opportunity. Cockrell pins it up along the wall. Orlando gets it again, firing towards an empty net. It is wide, and it will be called icing against the Solar Bears. 1:40 to go in the third period. Jacksonville coming into this game 11-3 at home, but barring a comeback in the final 100 seconds here, it will go down to 11-4. Draws to Willett's right. Randolph, Fowley, Mingo, and Fortier are your forwards. Tied up on this draw, cleared away by the Solar Bears, played up the boards and out again. This is going to be icing against Orlando. I don't think they mind any of these whistles and face-offs as long as the seconds continue to die down. We'll switch wings on this face-off, this time to the left side of Willett. And it is the Solar Bears winning the draw. Looking to clear out. Shapiro pinches in, and he does hold it in. Kyle Shapiro trying to chop it loose for Dejan Mingo. Shapiro still trying to pry it loose. Comes free, it comes up high for Cockrell. Fakes the shot, goes to the right wing circle. Cockrell with a centering feed, picked off by Orlando. Foggett goes to the empty net, just misses about a foot away. Shapiro fighting for the icing. They wave off the icing, not sure why. Final minute of play now as the Icemen look to skate out of their zone. They get a shot towards goal by Orlando that was blocked by Shapiro, who saved a goal. The Icemen get it back at center ice. Fortier over the blue line. Leaves it for Fowley. Fowley in the right wing corner. Centering feed, knocked free by the Solar Bears, not cleared yet. Fortier for Cockrell. To the blue line for Phillips. Phillips at the right circle, wrist shot deflected out of play. 34 and a half seconds to go. And the draw is in the Orlando zone here. Jacksonville out shooting the Solar Bears 30-26. But only 2 goals tonight. As you look on the replay of Kyle Shapiro saving a goal there for Jacksonville. Cam Critchlow taking this face off. Mingo back at the blue line here for this one. Garrett Hunt on the ice with Chris Newbury and Nikita Karostalev. Solar Bears win the draw. They do not clear yet. Shot on goal by Newbury, a save made. Rebound, centering feed. Great save that time by Willett. On the deflection by Garrett Hunt. Chris Newbury down to 20 seconds to go. Tries the sharp angle shot, but Willett was there with the glove. And a face-off comes to his left with 18.9 seconds to go. Garrett Hunt nearly put that one in. Willett making a great left pad save. Critchlow on this face-off against Holtz. Solar Bears win it. They do not clear it. Jack Glover at the right point. Gets it back behind the Orlando net. Can the Icemen at least get one more towards goal? Karostalev's pass deflected out by Orlando. This will go wide of the net, and that will do it. 4 seconds to go in the game. Jack Glover deep in his own zone, leaving it for Newbury as time expires. And the Orlando Solar Bears have defeated the Jacksonville Icemen tonight. Your final score, 4-2. Shots on goal in that period. Jacksonville gets 10 for a 2-period total of 31. Orlando has 7 for a 3-period total rather of 31. And Orlando 7 shots in the 3rd period for a total of 26. Jacksonville with a loss. Now 13, 10, and 1 on the season. Orlando improves to 12, 9, and 2. And the Solar Bears now just 1 point behind the Icemen in the standings. As Jacksonville stays in 3rd place for now, but they have 2 teams, both the Solar Bears and Norfolk Admirals, both just 1 point behind the Icemen in the standings. Next game for Jacksonville, Friday night right here in Jacksonville at the Veterans Memorial Arena as they host the Atlanta Gladiators. 7:30 is going to be the puck drop on Friday night. Don't forget on Saturday night when the Icemen host the Florida Everblades at 7 o'clock, it is Guns and Hoses night as the firefighters face the police at 3 o'clock. That's an early game. 1 ticket gets you into both games, so please go early on Saturday evening and afternoon. Also, Ugly Sweater Night on Saturday. Wear your ugly sweater on Saturday. For now, that will do it. This is Arlie Johnson saying good night. Your final score, once again, the Orlando Solar Bears 4, the Jacksonville Icemen 2. We'll catch up with you again on Friday night when the Icemen host the Atlanta Gladiators. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.